All right, all right, all right. Getting everything set up here. Yeah. Shit. Man, what's up with this fucking game? I did everything possible. All the prepping, everything to kill this motherfucking Angina. Whatever the fuck his name is. And this idiot runs over to Arathian's nest. And I'm like, great, Arathian's gonna fuck him up, make it easy for me. Nope. Fucks it up a little bit. Angina runs away like a little bitch, and then the Rathian puts his eyes on me and fucks me up. It's like I prepped so long for this, got all my vials and potions and bombs. This fool made me waste a large bomb, then I couldn't pick it back up. Oh man, I was just like, I know I can get this thing done before the war zone starts, and that's it. Fucks me up. Let me get this shit. Hey, what's up, Gregory Shavers? My man. What up, dope? It's funny, your fist in YouTube is brown, but in the little restream thing, it's yellow. Cause you Chinese, man. Alright, so anyway. Let's go. Where's Hiphopgamer? Let's see. Let's get the restream going. Oh, boy. Yep, Black Panther next week. I still don't have my tickets. I guess I should try to get some tickets tomorrow. All right, Hiphopgamer's been invited. Let's get the show on the road. Whatever you're doing is less important than watching Vasilius play Demon Souls on Mixer. I'm not playing fucking Demon Souls. Get this shit right. Oh, it still says Demon Souls for all the fucking... Ugh. Edit game. Talk. Shows. Update. Edit game. Talk. Show. There we go. All right, how's everybody doing? How's the week going for people? Man, I did the same approach. Had Rathian fuck up Angina for me. Yeah, but at least it worked for you. I mean, it's not like you got a choice. He gets scared when you hurt him, and then he starts running away. And then he's going to go to, like, Rathian's house. Rathian hit him for, like, 705 points. I was like, yes, this is mine. It's done. And then he's like, why is he fucking with me now? And he poisoned me, and I couldn't get up. Then you saw the clip I posted. I jumped off the cliff. I'm like, yes, I'm going to get away from this motherfucker. And he clipped me in mid-jump in the sky, and that was it. And that was my last continue. Oh, man, it's just like all that work I put in. When you fight against Angina with a bow user, you got to put in 4 times the damage because the bows don't do as much damage as a melee weapon. I tried melee weapon on him, and I'm thinking if I really want to beat him faster with a melee weapon, it's got to be something like a glaive or dual swords, because those big heavy swords, Angina moves so fast and makes decisions so fast, it takes me too long to get good hits in before he fucks me up. Whereas with the bow, I can keep my distance, fire, dodge, fire, dodge, and just keep doing that. But with those big, huge, slow fucking weapons, man, he's fucking tough. And my palicos ain't doing shit. They're fucking tickling his balls. I'm like, come on. The longsword, yeah, because the longsword gives you some range. Oh, man, what a mess. I've been trying to kill this motherfucker for 2 nights now. Hiphopgamer should be here anytime soon. Oh, I had him. I'm like, yes, I'm going to get him beat before the war zone. Have something to talk about. Nope. Fucks me up. What a pain in the ass. And I'm like, I'm totally in World of Warcraft mode. I'm like, okay, I'm going to farm those fire plants so I can get some fucking gunpowder. Oh, man. I made 2 large bombs. One of them he landed on. And then I placed the second large bomb down, and he's running away. And I'm like, okay, I'll just pick the large bomb up, put it back in my backpack, and go chase him. Nope, can't pick it up. Ugh. There's Hiphopgamer. Hello, Hiphopgamer. He's going to get all his microphone and stuff set. This happens every 6 months when we do a show together. He's got to get his headset and microphone working right. So we'll give him a few minutes. And then we'll talk Monster Hunter. Because I don't think anything else happened this week. I'm telling you right now, as soon as this show's over, I'm going back and killing Andrew. Like, I'm doing it. Let me turn my volume down because he will come in hot. Hip Hop, what's up? Where's your audio, man? Plug your shit in. Get your shit straight. Come on, so we can talk. Monster Hunter. And the greatness that is Monster Hunter. This is the first, like, console game I've truly been, like, into in a long time. I think the last time I went this mental over a console game was when... no, that's not true. Titanfall 2, I went kind of mental. Let me see. Is there anything else that, like, I really went mental on console? No. I haven't been this mental in a long time. So before Titanfall 2, it was probably Asura's Wrath. No, I didn't. Well, I think I went more nuts on the PC than I did with Battlefield. Well, yeah, that's a good pick, Shaw. That's a good. I think Battlefield 3, I kind of went nuts, but at that point, I made the switch to PC, so I really can't include that. This is a lot of the games I've gone nuts in on PC, but this Monster Hunter, man, I'm thinking strategies during the day. Oh my God, just... And I'm loving the bow. I'm fucking loving it. Love it, love it, love it. It's so fun to use. I feel like Legolas and shit. Hiphopgamer just sent me a message. No, we can't hear you, Hip Hop. I can tell you that your mic is muted right now, Hip Hop. Hey, it's Mega Jack. Hello, Mega Jack. How are you doing?
Yo, what up, what up?
Hey, now we can hear you, Hiphopgamer.
Oh, you can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, but you're coming in kind of hot, so I'm going to bring you down a little bit.
Cool, I'm sorry.
You're coming in just a little... Okay, that's good.
Guys, check this out. I'm going to take a picture. This is what I'm doing. Watch this. Watch these idiot drivers, okay? I'm going to take a picture of this shit.
Oh, you're going to post it on Twitter?
I'm going to post it on this right now.
Oh, okay. All right, hip-hop. Hip-hop, hip-hop.
Yo, my dude, what's going on, son? Yo, it's just good to hear your voice as always,
Hey,
T.
now that I got you in the room, I didn't lie about Demon Souls. I just said, fuck it. I don't want to play this anymore. Monster Hunter's out.
Yeah, whatever, dude. You taught that shit to somebody else. I know what's up.
Wait a minute.
But anyway, but yo, listen. I want to tell you something real quick.
Yes.
So, like, because it's 10:36 right now. So, I think in about 10 or 15 minutes, I got to run and do something, which is only going to take me, like, a few minutes, and then I'll be right back. So, if there's a time where I got to bounce.
What are you doing? You having sex?
Right back. Damn, son, you can't. Yeah, you just gonna let that die, huh?
Nope.
I actually gotta go help out Mika with these bags, real quick.
Wait, is that a woman?
What is it?
Mika, is it a Mika a guy or Mika a woman?
I'm gonna punch you in your head, man.
Is that your cousin?
You idiot. Red Infamy, man. Come on, B.
Mika, is that what you call her?
Bro?
I never called her Mika.
Yeah, but it's Red. Yeah, Red Infamy.
Well, wait. Hold on. Do you believe in equal rights for both men and women?
Of course I do. We all human, so that's what matters.
Do you believe women should be equal?
equal. What you mean should be? They are equal.
Good.
People don't look at them that way, but they are.
Dude, just let her take the bags in herself.
No.
You know how many times I've carried the bags in by myself? She's strong enough. She can do it. I've seen her. She's tall, too. She can carry the bags in herself, man. Come on, we got a show to do. Forget all that mess. All right, so.
Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever, rule number 1, don't ever listen to Torrence. People, listen, I'm trying to tell y'all right now. Torrence is the only person that I know that he's that fat and his nipples still touch each other. So, like, nah, don't rock with him, son. You can't trust a man like that.
His nipples still touch each other. Well, when you're fat, your nipples are supposed to touch each other. When you're thin, they're not supposed to touch each other. That came out wrong.
No.
You're reaching, hip-hop.
Anyway,
you're reaching. You know why you're reaching, hip-hop? Because you're so short.
Oh, my God. Yo, let's get it popping, bro. Let's get it popping, man.
I can send a tweet to her and just tell her to take the bags in herself.
Oh my God, is she gonna kill you?
No, I can tell her that, and then if she gives me some shit, I'll be like, well, I'm gonna be like, look, listen, Reddit, for me, I believe women are equal. In fact, I think women are stronger than men, so you don't need help with the bags. Let me tweet her real quick.
Oh my God.
Red infamy. There she goes.
Oh.
Hello, please bring the bags in yourself, 'cause you are a strong black woman.
You so stupid.
And
if you send if you send that, that's on you, bro.
At Hiphopgamer is doing a podcast with me. Thanks. Let's see what she says. This is going to be hilarious.
Oh
all right, so let's go. So that's taken care of. All right. Is she even home yet? Did she arrive yet?
No, not yet. That's on.
What did she call you and say? I got some bags, hip hop. So can you help me?
Call me, let me know. Yo, dude, nobody came here to hear this shit.
Did you tell her? Did you tell her?
What you doing?
Well, I know once we. Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. I know once we get started, nobody's gonna want us to stop and wait for you to carry some fucking bags in. So I'm shooting the shit right now until the bags come, and then we'll start the real deal after the bags, because I don't want to have to stop the show for some fucking groceries.
Ask your audience.
I'm not going to kill my audience.
If they don't mind.
Why you want me to kill them?
I'm just saying. Like,
you said ax them. I ain't axing nobody in here. I love these people. They support me every week.
All right, cool. I bet. Well, we lit then. So before we get to the main event.
Yes.
You know what we talking about and stuff like that. What you been playing though? Like
Monster Hunter, man. It's all about Monster Hunter.
Okay, cool.
I just got my ass whipped by Angina because this motherfucker goes to Rathian's fucking nest. Rathian starts fucking him up. He gets scared, runs away, and then Rathian looks at me and starts fucking me up, and I die.
Oh, now I beat him already.
Pissed you. How long did it take you, hip hop?
Not 2 times.
2 times? Nobody believes that here. But anyway, yeah, good for you, man.
It took me 2 times. But the problem is that the time limit. I had like a minute left before I won. For real. Or else, I would have to do it again because it got like a 50-minute time limit on that joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So, but anyway, right now I'm mainly playing Dragon Ball Fighter Z because that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta play Yakuza 0, so I'm getting up in that. Because I haven't played that. I want to play the Assassin's Creed DLC. I'm playing Mafia 3's DLC. And what else am I playing?
Now, how many of those games are you cheating on?
None. I don't got to cheat on everything. And if I use a cheat code, I use it because I want to. Sometimes I just don't want to go through certain things that's annoying.
Oh, okay.
Like I said before, you can play against me. If you play against me, there ain't no cheating and stuff like that. I could destroy you just like I did other people that try to challenge me. It's no problem.
Mr. Davis is bringing it tonight.
No. If you think cheats are cool, you should allow people to use cheats when they play against you. What's up, James? And Blackula?
No, cheats not cool.
Ty Godson? Wait.
Cheats is cool if you're using it against a computer.
Well, I'm like a computer.
It's fat.
So you wouldn't allow cheats? You wouldn't allow cheats?
You're like a server.
That's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Okay, cool.
So you're saying cheats are cool by yourself, but you can't use them in multiplayer or against each other and like fighting.
Hell no. If I'm playing against a person, we gonna go at it, person to person. If I'm playing against a computer, the hell, I'm playing by myself.
Well, that doesn't make any sense, man. You
That's
had
like
all
game
this.
genie shit.
Yeah, you had all this rhetoric that cheating was okay, and then I'm like, okay, so I'll play Hiphopgamer in a game and I'll cheat and he won't mind.
No,
And now you're
cheating,
changing
I
everything
never
up.
said that. Nope, I never say that. Don't even get it twisted. Don't get my words twisted. Don't even try to play me. You know what I'm saying?
So you only use cheat. You don't use cheat in every game. You only use it in games
That annoys me.
you're having problems with that are too hard.
No, that annoys me. Like it's, you understand, like whether it's Bloodborne or Dark Souls, whatever, I can get through those games. I just don't got the patience to sit there and be annoyed.
Give me
by
an
things that
example
don't make sense.
of annoying you. Like,
Okay, so I'll give you an example that annoys me. So if you play Bloodborne, even to this day, even though they had tons of patches, still to this day, they still have frame rate issues and frame pacing issues. So what I mean by that is you could be doing certain things and like you'll get like it skips. Pretty often. So the thing is, because it's a frame rate issue and stuff like that, it doesn't feel as responsive.
So the cheat code speeds
annoying.
up the frame rate. It's like a
no. The cheat code don't speed up no frame rate, bro. The cheat code is pretty much it gives me like 9,900 some like souls, so I could have like 99 of the blood valves. So if I get hit with some cheap shot, that's cool. I just get my power back and we lit. And we just
but
keep
you
going.
said the problem is with the frame rate, though. The cheat code's not fixing the frame rate, so I don't understand how.
Exactly. So the cheat code allows me to play the game without being annoyed by dying because the issues with the gameplay side of it. With the frame rate.
Okay. So you're not annoyed with the frame rate. You're annoyed that you're dying.
Oh my God! Are you listening to what I'm saying? Listen to me clearly. I said that the game is annoying to me because one is very cheap. Like that, the whole game period is very cheap in my opinion. Like I said before, but the first thing is if you're gonna make a game that tedious in terms of the way it's designed, then the performance need to be flawless, no problems. Because then that's fair.
You don't think that you're pressing the buttons faster than the guys actually swinging the things?
No, don't play me. So I've been playing games since I was 4 years old. I know what I'm doing when I play any game. It don't matter. You don't question me.
Well,
on
no,
that.
I'm just saying,
I know
like,
what I'm talking about. The point I'm trying to say is this: if you're playing Bloodborne, right? Whether you just walking in the environment, fighting and stuff like that, there will be a lot of times when you get frame rate dips. When you get frame rate dips, you get stutters and stuff like that. If you play a game, put like this. I'll give you another analogy. Okay. Imagine if you're looking at a YouTube video, right? And somebody is saying something, but the words isn't synced up with the mouth movement or whatever. It's like I hear what they're saying, but I don't feel it as strong because it's not matched up. So it's like something's off about this. Something's off about what I'm watching. So when I'm playing the game, there's something off about it based on how it feels because the way the frame rate and the frame pacing is in the game. On top of that, even if the frame rate was a solid locked at 30 or a solid lock at 60, it still would be a challenging game. I'm not saying that it's it's gonna make the game easy if that was fixed. Nah, it's still a hard game because it's designed to be that way. That's fine, but I'm not into playing a game and I die like 100 times just to get to this part. And nah, I ain't about that.
Well, wait, let me give you.
Get through the shit.
Well, let me speak on the whole analogy you used, where you said that if the audio isn't synced up with the lip movement. Some of my favorite films are those old school kung fu films with the bad dubbing. It didn't change my enjoyment of the movie.
Yeah, but the point is, if you're looking at that movie, to me, like one of those old joints, because I like those too. I'm watching it just for the fights. I don't care about what they're saying, and I'm not following what they're saying. So for me personally, I'm only watching it for the fights. I'm not watching it to understand what's going on. So that doesn't bother me. It doesn't affect me. I'm just there for the fight. So if you want to talk about Bloodborne, the Bloodborne seems like it has like an interesting story. I love the lore of the environment and all this other stuff. So it seems good to me. So because of that, and because of that only, I'm interested in seeing how far it goes. So because of that, I'll just use a cheat code so I could continue on through the game, because I'm not going to sit up there and die 100,000 times. I got other things to do, other games to play. And I ain't going to do that shit.
What's up, Kai Godson? What's up, Sergio? What's up, Sari's the Great? No, I told her not to worry about you. Hello? She's a strong black woman. She do it herself, hip hop. You're not helping the movement. Oh, Big Boss is here. I'm having flashbacks of 2-hour combos that goes in circles between these two. So yeah, Monster Hunter is probably one of the best games I've played in years. At least, I'll say this: it's one of the best games I've played this generation. Like, if I were to go about the best games this generation, I'd say Monster Hunter. I'd say Just Cause 3. You know, there's a few that just I get in the game and I'm just like, I can do this for fucking hours. Don't give me an entire 24-hour period where I don't need sleep, because I will pull a Riku-san and play Monster Hunter 24 hours straight. There are times I can't turn off Just Cause 3. You know, so it's insane. And every time I play, I'm learning more and more and more, and I'm doing more and more, and I'm getting better. And you know, I switched weapons to this bow recently, and I'm absolutely, even though it takes 4 times as long to kill a monster, I just love using it. It's so fun. So that's I can't wait for Hip Hop to tell us, other than his lock-on issue, what's wrong with Monster Hunter World. Because, and I'm not going to say the game's perfect, but there's nothing wrong with the game. It's just really, really fucking good. Monster Hunter was on top of the charts for both PlayStation 4 and Xbox. Now, we all have this thing in our head. We do this shit every week. We've been doing it for years. Monster Hunter seems more like a PlayStation title for PlayStation gamers. Xbox are usually the dude bros and everything. It was on top of the charts for both consoles, which is fucking amazing to me. And I think Capcom shipped 6 million copies or something like that. This is insane. I'm really interested to see how this game does on PC when it comes out. Because PC gamers love games like this. They love this shit. So it'll be interesting to see how it is. It's just, they really should put it on the Switch. I mean, they should find a way to put this game on the Switch. Imagine playing this game mobile. Like, I would have had this fucking motherfucker beat already if I could sit at work and play it. But it's just, it's a blast. I'm fucking loving it. I just love the fucking game. I come home. Like, all the dust that was on my PlayStation 4 controller, it's all gone now. I wonder where Freddy is. All right. All this stupid Black Panther controversy. Director Ryan Coogler had an aching for characters that look like me and worlds that look like my world. Good. Tony P and his crew Throwdown play the hell out of that game. Mad streams. Yeah, I should have been streaming this because there was some funny moments in this stream. That's why I posted that last video clip. But it would have been funnier if you heard my voice when he was fucking kicking my ass. No, the dust hasn't come off the Xbox yet. It's still dusty. It's been dusty for a while. I won't be wiping the dust off the Xbox controller for some time, probably until I don't know. To be honest with you, that might be there for a while. That might be there till Crackdown comes out. How long does it take to carry some bags in the house? Hip Hop, Jesus. The problem is there's no easy mode for Hip Hop Gamer. You know, I should bring that up. I should ask him, if Monster Hunter had an easy mode, would you use that instead of the cheats or Bloodborne or any of these other games? We'll have some fun. You guys got to come up with more questions to ask him when he gets back. So not much has happened this week aside from Monster Hunter breaking all kinds of records. It's Capcom's best-selling game in years. So Capcom's back in business. Here's what's funny about Capcom. Y'all gonna laugh because I bet you none of y'all thought about this. Before the PlayStation was announced, they said that they were gonna come out with this game called Deep Down. This is before this generation started. We haven't heard shit about Deep Down, and Monster Hunter appears. Finished, complete, ready to go. One of the best games ever. Does this mean Deep Down's done? Is it not gonna come out? Are they finished with it? Did I miss a news post? That's all very interesting to me. But I wish Sega would do the same and come out of the fucking woodwork with something new that's badass, that's not a fucking Total War game. I am not messing with Sea of Thieves right now. I don't have time to get into that. I'm going to wait till the game's actually out before I get into that. Sea of Thieves may actually take the dust off my controller, but I would probably I would rather play Sea of Thieves on my PC than the Xbox, and it should be cross platform multiplayer, so I'm not even worried about that. My Xbox controller that's hooked up to my PC has no dust on it. Deep Down is still active according to Sony. Okay, well, I don't know what the fuck's taking them. I mean, I would assume that they're using MT Framework, same engine they use for Monster Hunter. So I don't know what's taking them so long. I just don't
Yo, what up, what up, what up?
Yo, what up, what up, what up? This is Hiphopgamer, and I'm live and direct.
Yo, you so stupid, son.
All right.
Taking it back to 2008, right?
So, here's a question. If Bloodborne or Monster Hunter World had an easy mode, would you still use cheats?
Use cheats? Yeah, I use whatever I want. It doesn't matter. Like, I can use it or I cannot use it.
But no. Even if the games had easy mode?
Even if it did, yeah, it depends. I use it when I want to. It's not like a situation. It's just like how I used to do back in the day in Game Genie on Sega Genesis. Right. I use it if I want to or not.
But I'm saying if the easy mode.
I don't have a criteria. I use it when I want to, and I choose when I want to, or I choose when I don't. It's not like there's games that I beat without cheat codes, and I'll play them over again with cheat codes just because I can. Like, you understand what I'm saying? It's not like a... But
my question is, do you think a game would be less annoying, would Bloodborne be less annoying with the easy mode?
With the easy mode?
Yeah.
It depends on how... It depends. Here's what I would say. If I was playing Bloodborne, right, and let's say they had an easy mode, and I'm killing... They got all these enemies on screen, and I'm killing them. If they hit me once and I don't die, or they hit me twice and I don't die, or every time they hit me I gotta power back up, like if it was more balanced where it'd take them like a good 6 or 7 times to like get at me or whatever, to me I feel like it'd be more balanced.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that right there would be different. But if you got like mad enemies on screens coming at you, you could barely do certain things, and one hit could possibly end you. Damn, like, you know what I mean? Like I said, the game is designed, and the developer said this too. Like, the game is designed to, punish you. It's designed to make you lose a lot. So no matter what you do or how good you are, you're still gonna die a lot. Like that's just what it is. So at the end of the day, I understand that. That's fine. You want to make a game like that? That's cool. And for me to combat that, I'ma just use cheat codes to make that shit balance for me.
Interesting. Now,
you make the way you make it, and I play the way I play it.
Do you feel that there's an integrity issue when it comes to using cheat codes to stream?
Hell no. Integrity with what?
Well, I mean,
no. Let's get, like, break that down. Integrity with what? Because if you want to talk about integrity and stuff like that, you gotta first ask, like, who am I? I'm a gamer. I'm a hardcore gamer. I'm a passionate gamer, the most passionate. So when it comes to my love for the industry, what I do in the culture, everything that I do to push it forward, bridging the gap between people, content I create, all this other stuff, like everything that embodies who I am and what this culture is. If you want to talk about integrity, I embody everything that is associated with that word.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody that could question anything, cheat code or not. And like I said before, and plenty of people who tried me, I said, yo, if you feel that way, that's cool. Here's my PSN ID. Here's my Steam ID. Let's play against each other and, see what happens. And then so far, I've been destroying Mad Cats because they be trying to get at me on other levels. And I'm like, you don't know that I do this? Come on, B. Don't ever play me in life.
Okay, so you wouldn't use cheats in a multiplayer game. So if somebody challenged you
do that
to
that's stupid.
A Bloodborne match, and you're saying, well, how would you do a Bloodborne match? Well, you do like maybe a time run, or you say, okay, whoever defeats the boss the fastest wins. That would be a challenge.
That would be a challenge. Yeah, but I'm gonna lose every time. I ain't gonna use no cheat code. If I'm supposed to be going against you, for whatever reason, don't use cheat codes against a person. You know what I'm saying? That's stupid. I would never do that.
But you're saying right away that you're gonna lose. Why would you think that you would lose?
Going against somebody that's like, I would consider a novice, just like me, when it comes to that Bloodborne game and stuff like that, then it's fair game. But if I'm going against somebody that that live and breathe getting the ass kicked all day, and then finally figured out something and can get through it, then they'll be more well versed in that way. So they'll kill me. So they'll beat me in that. But the things at the end of the day, I'll do it just for fun, just for the culture. I'll do that. That's fun.
Let me ask you this, because I don't think we ever brought this up.
Okay.
Did you get Neo?
Yeah, I got Neo. I got Neo on PC.
Now, how did you feel about that?
Neo is another game. I like that game. Is crazy in terms of what it has to offer, the way it's designed, the speed of the game. That joint is cool. I love the bosses in that game as well. But cheat codes, bro, because that joint they hit you one time or twice, shit is over. And then like a lot of times you be having enemies come from all over and. Nah, man, I ain't like. And then you know what? But I tell you something that I don't like about Neo, and this is another thing that I don't like about Bloodborne. I don't like those games where if you kill somebody and you leave the certain area and you come back to the area and they alive again. I hate shit like that. I hate that about any game. I hate that because if I killed you, you dead. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I hate that about games.
What about old school games? Like when you play Mario Brothers and you kill all those mushrooms and die, and they take you back to the beginning, all those mushrooms are respawned again.
But that's if you die.
Well, you're talking about if you die in Bloodborne, right? Because
no, not if you die. If I go to a certain area and I kill everybody, and then I move to a whole nother area, and then let's say I wind up circling back all the way to the area that I was at, those enemies are still there.
Are you sure? Because I don't remember. As long as you stay alive, I don't remember any enemies respawning.
If you go away from a certain area. And then you come back.
I must be thinking of Demon Souls.
The enemies come. The enemies is back again, as if you never killed them.
Now, KCube90 is saying only if you die they'll respawn, which is what I thought.
Nah. Oh, and then I tell you this. It's the same thing. It's the same thing in Neo. Like in Neo, I could go to an area and I could kill somebody, and I could leave and stuff like that, and I go back to the area. And they appear again.
Okay. Wow. Oh, so KCube is saying if you load to a different area, they respawn. Okay, so that's what you're talking about.
Yeah. Maybe it's that if I load to a different area. But either way, I didn't die.
But Demon Souls doesn't. Okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. So Big Daddy wants to know if you ever beat Super Mario Brothers.
Actually, when I was younger, because that was the first game that like really made me a gamer. Like the first game I ever played was Pac-Man on Atari 2600. But the game that made me a gamer was Super Mario Brothers, and I was so good at this game when I was a kid that my god brother Charlie, he came over to the house and he challenged me to a Super Mario battle. So because we got two players and stuff like that. So he went first. And he got pretty far, but he had died. I think what level was it? 3, 4, or something like that. He had died, and I've been playing this game so much. Like I just knew the game in and out when I was a kid. So when it was my turn to play, I beat the whole game without dying. I skipped the levels though. I did skip the worlds, but still, I beat the whole game. Like without dying, even though I did skip the worlds.
Did you videotape that or anything?
Dude, are you serious? I was a kid. We ain't have no... Really? Maybe kick you in your stomach. Like, come on, B.
Okay, so let's get back to Monster Hunter, which is the key reason you're here tonight. So, you went on and on and on about the lock-on system. And I don't think anybody needs to hear that conversation anymore. But what I want to know is, you said that was one of the aspects of the game that you didn't like was the lock-on system. But you never really went into detail about all the other aspects of the game that you don't like. Like, what else do you not like about this game?
Okay, cool. So the second thing I don't like about this game is how the camera angle works. So for example, there's too many times where I'm playing like the game, and let's say a monster is coming at me or towards me. I can evade, I can roll out the way, but it's like they run literally into the camera to the point where I'm inside the actual monster, and then sometimes you don't even know where you're at because the way the camera pans, it's like all the way zoomed in to the point where you see the texture breakdowns, you see how the shit was damn near made because it glitches that way.
So you get a behind the scenes video if you go inside the monster?
Wait, say it again?
You get a behind the scenes video? You said you get to see how it's made.
Shut up, man. You stupid. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like
Okay.
the way the textures break down and stuff like that. You see all of that in the game because sometimes, like a lot of times when the enemies like the monsters come at you, they could come straight forward to you, and it's like they going into like it's like as if they coming out the screen or something. But then the camera gets like stuck on that position for a good like 5-7 seconds or whatever, then you can't really see anything.
But
And then when they move out of the way, then you could see it. It depends on where you're at and what's going on during the battle. But that happens too often. It's all on my stream. That's the second thing that I don't like about
your
the
streams
game.
are hilarious, man. But look, let me tell you this: don't all third-person games with big monsters aren't they all like that though? I mean, all the Souls games are like that. There's other games with giant beasts. Even the God of War with some of the giant beasts is somewhat like that.
No, because God of War has a fixed camera, so you don't even move the camera. Like they have it set up, like the developers created it such a way where that don't even happen, and also it doesn't affect like gameplay when it does. See, like even with a game like for example, a game like Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah.
That I was recently playing.
I love that game.
Oh, I love that game, Bio. That game, crazy. That game is crazy. So I'm up here playing Dragon's Dogma, right? Because I recently did a live stream on that, talking about
Which
how
is the
that
same
kills
engine, right?
How that kills Monster Hunter. So my thing is with Dragon's
It's MT
Dogma,
framework
like,
too.
when Dragon's Dogma, when you're playing the game and stuff like that, there's times where the camera will change and stuff like that, but it's not broken. You know, like to the point where everything gets stagnated and you kind of gotta like readjust everything just to get back into the battle of a game. Like that does not happen in Dragon's Dogma.
All right,
like
so let me ask this. Okay, so that's two camera related things: the lock on and the camera angles.
Yeah.
What else?
There's another thing. Another thing is so like the hit point system, like you know what I'm saying, like the hitbox is a lot of it is retarded. Because for example, right, when you're playing Monster, what's that?
What are you on the fucking train or something?
No, I'm at work.
Oh, that's UQL, man. Mute your shit, man. You fucking up into the flow.
What's popping, son?
What's up, man?
What's going on, my dude?
You working
That's
the
the
train?
alarm going off, bro.
You working the train yard now or something?
No, that's an alarm. The theft alarm.
Oh,
word?
Well, get him.
I didn't do it.
Rob nobody on the water. All right, cool. Now listen.
I really didn't.
So,
I might look like that kind of person, but I swear I'm not.
QL, mute your mic.
so
Hold on a second.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
You right click and mute. Oh, he's using his phone.
KQ, all Japanese games are not like that, bro. You bugging. All Japanese games are not like that.
But the thing is,
so anyway,
there's a lot of games that are like that, though. I mean, when I see that happen, it's very familiar to me.
It's a poor familiar. It's a bad familiar. Now let me finish. Now I'm gonna give you the third thing. I'm gonna give you the third thing because you said the two camera angles. Now the third thing is like how the hitbox is, right?
Thank you, Big Daddy. Thank you, Big Daddy's my sugar daddy tonight.
What are you talking about?
He gave me a donation.
Oh, word? Oh,
Yeah.
well, congratulations on that.
Because he wanted me to say, hey, Big Daddy. All right, I haven't heard that. I'm like, oh, shit, Wu-Tang, what the fuck? I'm going to Batman somebody. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's the donation button.
You're so stupid. All right, cool. So
Okay.
so here's the thing. All right, so here's the third thing, right? You could literally, let's say you fighting one of the monsters, right?
Yeah.
You could literally like stand inside the monster. It's like there's no like real physical detection between the player and the actual monster that you're fighting. They could just like run through you, and in ways you could just run through them.
Well,
there's been times. Well, whoa, don't interrupt
Okay.
shit. So my thing is, there's times where I'm hitting them. I'm like attacking them and everything. I'm attacking the monster from inside. Like the damn monster, because it keeps clipping and textures blowing out. It's ridiculous. And then sometimes when I'm doing that, I don't even hit him, or if I did hit him, I don't know if I did. And then I gotta roll out the way, and let everything kind of like reset itself, and then try to go back into it, and this and that. So that's the third thing that's annoying. Then the fourth thing.
Wait. Let me speak on the third thing. Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
There are hit marks when you hit the creatures.
No, I know that when you listen, when you hit the creature, I see the 10 and the 9 and the 100 and something, letting you know the damage that you're doing and how you could break apart somebody's body. Like, I know all of that. I'm saying it. All I'm saying is there's been instances where I would be like, I would hit the monster, but it won't register because I'm like, monster, because of the clipping. There's been times where that took place, and I was like, yo, that's annoying because, you know, you got a time limit. I hit you, and that hit could have been a difference of a lot of things, and it's just annoying. That's what I'm saying. And what bothers me about the whole situation is that if this was like another game or something, or maybe it was a low budget title that a lot of people didn't know about, ain't had no hype or no popularity around it, and it had all these problems, everybody would be dogging it, giving it like a 3 out of whatever. I feel like too many games get a pass. I don't care how popular your game is. I feel like, and you know what I'm talking about, Torrance. You see it in the industry all the time. There's a big inconsistency.
Okay, hold on. Number one, this game got popular on Xbox and PlayStation 4 because it's badass. Because everybody played that beta. Even me. I am a person, and everybody knows this because I've talked about this numerous.
Badass. Get out of here.
I've talked about this numerous times on the Warzone because I am at least willing to try something before I say I don't like it. So when Monster Hunter for the 3DS came out, I said, let me try this Monster Hunter. It was the 3DS and the Wii version, I think. I said, because it looked good. The actual graphics looked good and the whole concept. I said, let me try Monster Hunter. I did it at PAX East. I sat down and I played it, and I'm like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Moves slower than shit. Monsters all the way out, across half the map. I'm moving less than fucking an inch a minute. And I'm like, what is this? Why do people like this? It's slower than shit. I don't like Monster. Fuck it, I don't like Monster Hunter. So I said, fuck Monster Hunter. It's not for me. So then they show this Monster Hunter World game, and I'm like, oh, it's kind of online, and it's got next-gen graphics. And you know what? I'm going to give Monster Hunter another chance because what I saw in the actual trailers looked good. So I said, I'll play the beta. If I don't like the beta, I won't play. If I like the beta, I'll get it. I played the beta, fucking fell in love with Monster Hunter. It wasn't slow and sluggish and full of shit like the earlier versions I played. It actually felt good to play. All the different weapons. It was fucking cool. And the way the monsters interact with each other and the animations.
I love that part.
The way they look around.
Right there, wait. That part where the monsters fight one another.
Yeah.
I love that part of the game. And
yes.
I also love how a monster will sniff you out.
Yeah, sniff you out and everything. And sneeze
I
on
love
the rocks.
Those things. The point I'm trying to make.
Wait! I'm not done.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was trying to make a point here. So I have fallen in love with this game. I said this is the GTA of action RPG games because it's a living, breathing world. It may not be as big as GTA, but it's fucking beautiful and it's fun to play. When I'm tracking monsters and getting their footsteps and stuff, I feel like a real hunter, you know? So I was like, okay, I'm in love with Monster Hunter now because I love Monster Hunter World. So when you say people are in denial because the game has problems and control issues, nobody else is witnessing these problems that you're witnessing.
Not true.
Nobody.
Not true.
There isn't a single person in this room that has the game that is like, oh.
You are lying. I'm going to prove it to you.
Who? You're the only person I've heard complain about this stuff.
No. I'm going to prove it to you. From Tony to Malik, and there's videos on YouTube of people that got a video saying why I don't like or issues that I have with Monster Hunter. There's videos on YouTube, people talking about the same thing I was talking about, and when I spoke to Tony and I spoke to Malik themselves, they agreed with me that the lock-on system and all the things I was saying was true, but
about the lock-on system, not about the game. System.
No, but they love the game, even though they know that this isn't to perfection in terms of the things I was complaining about. So the point I'm trying to make is that it all depends on what a person is able to tolerate. See, like for example, with Grand Theft Auto 4, right? I love Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that. I like Grand Theft Auto 4, but the driving mechanics in that game was horrible, and there's so many missions that you had to do with driving that the game was real frustrating. So for that part in the game where I had to drive to do missions, it was more of a chore for me to get through as opposed to me just enjoying the game when I'm doing other things in the game. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing with Watch Dogs 1.
Well,
Like it's all about what you can tolerate. It's all about what you can tolerate.
Right,
so
right.
to me, I feel like a lot of people will overlook those things because they just having their own personal fun, and that's
dude.
fine. That's
But
fine.
see,
but don't try to make it seem like something don't exist just because you figured out a way so it don't bother you.
Well, keeping it real,
Because-
when you say people are in denial and then they're lying about what they're saying, hold on. I only pay attention to our community. Okay, number one, I don't give a fuck what IGN's saying. I don't give a fuck what GameSpot's saying. I don't give a fuck what none of them motherfuckers are saying. When I listen to people's opinions on games, I'm listening to people in our community. That means people from the Throwdown, people that follow you, people that follow me, people in our Twitter circles. You know, these are the people I'm listening to because I know these dudes are real gamers, okay? And I know a lot of people respect my opinion, but I actually respect their opinion too. Which
Right.
people might not believe this, but when people tell me stuff in the show every week, I listen to them. I respect their opinion when it comes to games, okay?
Right.
And you're saying that people are in denial because they love this game and they're not saying anything bad about the controls. First of all, the lock-on system, you're using the lock-on system as a main mechanic in your gameplay. It's not meant to be used constantly. It's meant, for me at least, it's like, okay, monster ran over my head. Let me use the lock-on real quick just
Get
to
the hell
turn
out of
around.
here, bro. That's the whole point. Nah, see,
No,
that's what I'm talking about.
it's
That's what I'm
really
talking
not.
about. No, get out of here. That's the whole purpose of it. See, y'all can't. You
No,
can't admit
that
it.
is not
No.
the purpose of it. That's
Get
what I'm
out of
trying to tell
here.
you.
It's an option,
It
bro.
is an accessory mechanic. It's
So
there
what?
to
It's
give
still
you a
there.
little assistance.
It's still there. It's still there.
Right.
So what?
But you're
Alright then.
you're
So
trying to
what
use
is
it the
this
wrong
there?
way. You're trying to use it the wrong
I'm
way.
using it the wrong way? Really?
Yes.
Get out of here. The problem. Here's the problem, bro. The Torrance. If somebody gives you an option, out clearly, if somebody gives you an option to use something that's in the game, I don't care if it's a lock-on system. I don't care if it's the ability to play first person and third person in the same game. I don't care what it is. If you give me an option to play a certain way, and I use it, and that option that you gave me to use, doesn't work well. It don't work well, so it don't count. No, it counts because it's a part of the game, and it don't work right. That's what it is, and that's the first thing. And the second thing is, it's what the way it's labeled. Even when you look at the control, it's a targeting system. What is a targeting system? To lock on the target that you have. You don't have to listen. If you play a game, right? They have the option where you can hit R3 and you center the camera. That's centering the camera. Then you have games like Assassin's Creed where you hit the R3 and it locks onto that person. If that person goes to hit you, you can dodge and hit
But
them in the back.
that's
or whatever.
Assassin's Creed. This is Monster Hunter.
The point is,
The main. Let me
it's
explain. But let me
it's the
explain
same
something
thing.
to you
It's a
because.
targeting system.
Hold on.
It's just like how you have auto assist and all this other stuff. It's a
Let me
targeting
explain
system.
the targeting system for you. Imagine you're in an area and there's 3 monsters there. Okay?
Right.
Especially if you're using a ranged weapon, you use it to select the monster you want to focus on. Okay? So if you can scroll through all the monsters, blip, blip, blip. But what you're trying to do is you're trying to use it like you use it in Assassin's Creed, and it's not meant to be used that way. It's an accessory mechanic. It's like you're in a car. You're in a car with automatic transmission. And instead of hitting drive, you're hitting you're hitting the first gear and trying to drive in first gear, and then you're complaining because you're not getting the RPMs that you want. No. Those are accessory gears for you to climb up hills and shit. You're supposed to use drive. It's not a bad analogy. That's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what... Yes, it is.
No, it's not at all. You are bugging right now, son. I'm gonna break it down like this, right? I'll make it real.
Wait, I want to make a point before you go on. Big Boss said
ahead.
it. It's not even called lock on. It's called track. It's for tracking monsters. So, for instance, let's say you're on a map and you're tracking down a Jagras, right? But you found a Rathians on the map somewhere, and you see it on that little icon on your lower left display, and you want to track the Rathian. You click the R3, and it'll switch the targeting to the Rathian. So it helps you find these monsters on the big map. It's really not meant to be used.
You are full of shit.
I'm not full of shit. That's how it works.
No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you, like, y'all really bugging right now, son.
What not, man?
Y'all act like y'all don't see what's going on. So I'm gonna make it real clear for you, right? The tracking that y'all talking about, when you see footprints, tracking system because you want to track the dinosaur because you're trying to find them, right? So when you want to find them, you got to go to the footprints, and then once you get enough footprints, and then they let you know where they at. They come up even on the map. They on the map. Their image icon. They on the map. They let you know where they at. Then you have the scouting flies. The scouting flies let you know exactly where you at, exactly where they at, because that's what you go to find them. When you get to the actual animal and stuff like that, if they are, let's say, they going around and running around and stuff like that and everything like that, the last resort, because you already tracked them already. You don't gotta track a monster that you already tracked. Because that's why you're in front of them fighting them. So you don't got to track the monster anymore. You track the monster to find the monster. And when you find the monster, you fight that big shit. Okay? So now that you're fighting him, in order to keep things in order, when you're in a battle, you use the lock-on system so you can always be on him. So in case he gets behind you, he doesn't get a cheap shot. So you have to turn the whole analog stick all the way around. You can just lock on so it's easier to fight. They did a poor job with it.
I think you're using it incorrectly. I think you're using it wrong.
I'm not using nothing wrong. I explained everything.
Let me tell you something. I have 0 complaints with that system. I only use it. I use it two different ways. When monsters are spread out all over the map, and I want to see what direction they're in, I use it. When I'm in a fight with a monster, they go over my head. I want to do a 180-degree turn real quick. I pop it real quick, and I continue the fight. It's the only time I use it.
Now listen, hold up. You just think I love you, Torrence, and I always will. You know I love you. I'm gonna give you a big hug when I see you, son. I miss you too. But listen. I'm gonna tell you something right now. See what you just said? Shut up. Don't say that. If the monster go over your head or somewhere like that, you will use it so you can lock on to them real quick, so that when they get behind you, you know exactly where they at, so they can get a cheap shot on you or whatever. So listen, what I'm trying to tell you is this: whether I use it or if I don't use it, I could just move the camera around, evade, and just still hit the target and keep doing that same pattern. I can do that, but just like how you said, sometimes they get away from you or they try to get behind you. You want to target them. You want to lock on, so they are always in.
Let's ask people. Let's ask some people because there are a lot of people in here that are saying the system's not perfect, and I'm not even going to say the lock-on system is not perfect or perfect because I don't use it to the extent to see that there's a problem with it.
You still use it,
It does exactly what I want it to do, though.
And what you wanted to do.
So how can I be in denial about the lock-in system and the mechanics of the game when it works the way I want it to work?
So my point is, you use it because it's an easy tool that helps you keep the monster in front of you instead of them getting cheap shot. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you is
But I don't use it that much because I pretty much stay in line with it. Sometimes the monster does some crazy shit and goes over your head, and I want to turn around real fast. That's when I use it.
So the point is, it don't matter if you use it for a little bit or if you use it a lot. The fact is,
if you're using it a lot, you're using it wrong.
No.
That's my point.
You hear what the hell you just said?
If you're consistent, if the monster's right in front of you, okay, and you're going back and forth and you find him.
There's no stamina bar.
I know there's no stamina bar, but if you're using it...
The only way you can sit up here and tell me that if you're using something too much, it could be a defect, is your stamina. That means if you're trying to do too many things...
Because that's built into the game. That's built into the game.
That means that the target system, you can use it as much as you want, for as long as you want, because there's nothing attached to it that makes it a defect.
But the game is meant for you to get in there and fight the monsters, not constantly use the targeting system to try to line up with the monster like some other games you played. They didn't try to make this like Assassin's Creed or any of those, or Bayonetta or any of those games where you can lock on, or even fucking Demon Souls for that matter, where you can lock on to an enemy and stay locked on to them. They did not do that. They didn't make it to be like that. It's an accessory mechanic. They want you to get in there and fight and learn how to use the weapons.
It's amazing how many excuses you
It's
have
not an
for the fact that it's
excuse!
bad.
But it's not bad. I'm telling you, it's working for me. It works perfectly for me. I love this fucking game, and part of the reason why I love this game is the fucking controls and the combat, which is the reason why I hated some of the old ones I played. Look at Ice. Ice says I played this game for 20 plus hours, and I do not use the targeting system.
So? I'm not Ice.
So how is he in denial?
How is he? How is he? In
Ice loves the game. So how is he in denial? I want to know, who are these people that are in denial? Like, do you have names? Is there actually people that you think are in denial when they say they like the game, but they really think it's bad?
Based on what they told me, Malik told me that when it comes to the lock, it's on Twitter. Like, he hit me on Twitter. He said when it comes to the lock on system, I give you that. I know it's not perfect, but the other things about the game, So my thing is, like, you can acknowledge that I'm right, but then you just wipe it away with but and say this and say this and say that and try to overlook the fact that this is a problem. And then the same thing with Tony. Tony said the same thing. Like, yeah, the targeting system ain't perfect, but man, I'm beasting through these monsters.
But Tony's not saying the game sucks, though.
Oh, listen.
He's not saying that. You're saying the whole game is bad. You're saying the whole game. You said it on Twitter. You said the game is bad and you don't like it. And you said if you like the game, and I don't like the game because it's not fun for me to play. Dealing with that, it's not fun for me, and that's fine. But
also,
you're saying, but when you
did say there is things about the game that I do like, and the only reason why I still play it,
the crafting system.
No. What I told you, like, there's things about the game that I do like, and I'm interested to see where the story goes because I love that there's a world, there's a community. I love that right in the beginning of the game, it seemed like it's some crazy shit that's gonna go on at the end of it, because of the way the game opened up. And I'm big on story, so I'm interested in that story. So I'm still playing the game, but my whole thing is I'm not gonna sit up here and just overlook the fact that this game doesn't do some things great, and a lot of people would just overlook it. And like I said,
but who is overlooking it? I still want you to tell me who's overlooking it. Who is overlooking? You didn't say they were overlooking it. You said they agreed with you, but they still love the game. You're trying to tell me that Malik and Tony are overlooking these things and giving the game a pass just because. Now you know how hard-headed Tony is. Tony can be hard-headed. He doesn't do that.
I've seen like a lot of like reviews for this game.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm glad the game is successful because I want everything to be successful. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the industry. Like, the more the better. I want everybody to win. You know what I'm saying? That's not the case. The point is, I don't like when I see like, all right, 9.5, 10, perfect, this and that. And I'm like, this game is nowhere near perfect. Why is it getting that? It's the same scenario when Metal Gear Solid 4.
Well, wait, stop right there. Wait, no. I have to stop you because you're telling me that when you see a 9.510 for Monster Hunter, you question that. And you're like, this game isn't a 9.5 or 10. Okay, so let's move that over to Exhibit A. Exhibit B, somebody gives a game you like a low score, and you say, oh, this game's at least a 9 or a 10. You get upset with that. So where's the middle ground here? This is what I don't understand, because you get
here's the middle ground. The middle ground is the consistency. Here's my thing, right? Torrence, listen to me.
Hello.
Because this is hello. You get me?
Yeah. You said Torrence. So I said hello.
You so stupid. So here's the thing, right? You know good well, I'm not a fan of the Bloodborne games and the Dark Souls stuff like that. So even on my streams, I've said this plenty of times. I said, yo, look, I don't like these games for such and such reason. I feel like this is that, this and that.
Right.
But I understand why certain people probably would like these games. So if you're looking for like an official like review or whatever, I'll give my opinion. But there's other people you should check out because they'll probably give you a better thought on it. That's me being transparent and being fair.
Okay. I do that too. I can say I don't like a game, but hey, for guys who like this certain genre, you'll love the game.
Exactly, and that's being fair. So I understand why people would love Monster Hunter because of what it is. I get it, but at the same time, what I don't like is when most people can't separate their
You said feelings. Most people.
Yeah, most people. Yeah, I can't say everyone, but I'm just saying most people, if they feel something about something, they feel so strongly that they refuse to be objective about it. Everybody knows I'm the biggest God of War fan, but I can tell you that God of War Ascension, that game wasn't all of that. Like when I played it, and like in the early part of the game, and I got to like one of the main bosses, I was like, yo, this game is crazy. But the story and what it was supposed to be and the way they marketed it to be, it didn't hit. Just like how Halo 5 missed the mark with the way their story was supposed to be marketed. It didn't hit. Nothing really registered. And then there was some gameplay mechanics that was like, it really didn't feel that great. And I was able to say that. And I'm the biggest God of War fan. So my thing is, I feel like when certain people play this game, they and you know, so funny. I've watched plenty of YouTube videos of other people play it that said that I didn't know how to play it, and I'm looking at them play, doing the same exact shit that I'm doing. If they get like for real, it's so funny. Like evade. And if you use the double swords, you're a much faster character and stuff like that. Or if you use the long sword, or if you use the bow, like that's another thing I love about the game. Actually, I love that part about the game because depending on the weapon you got, changes the entire like play style and feel of the game based on the weaponry you have. I think that's genius. I think that's great. So like I said, there's things about this game that I like, but none of that stuff matters if I'm not having fun playing the game. And most of the people that was telling me about this game, every time I looked at their YouTube videos, they're playing with people. I'm playing by myself the whole time. I ain't playing with nobody. So a lot of times, the monster could be paying attention to something completely different, and you getting all these hits and a lot of issues that I'm having, you probably not even having because you got a team with you.
You don't got a gang of palicos with you?
No, man.
I usually roll with 2 motherfucking palicos, man. Shit.
No, listen. I'm telling you right now. I play by myself. I got my cat with me, and that's it. Like the other YouTube video I seen when people calling things out. I know Malik showed me one where he was playing by himself. I respect that. And even the video that Malik was doing, he was literally doing the same move over and over and over, jumping over with the weapon, shoot, run. It's the same thing. Like I get it. Like, but people trying to tell me I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing the same thing that they doing. It's common sense.
Let me go to the chat real quick. So, let me see. Big Boss says, your problem is that you play by yourself. I asked why the lock-on system is so bad, and my friend told me that that's not what it's for.
Oh my God.
Wait, hold on. Let me read more. Okay. I says, this is great. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that the targeting is total trash. Let's just say that, okay? He says, let's just say that. Trash. Let's just say it is, okay? Let's say it is. He says the game is 100% playable without it, and it's enjoyable for newcomers like me, which is true. You don't need the targeting system.
Oh my God!
Let me tell you something. I use the targeting system less now than I did day one.
I don't listen. I could play the game. Listen, you're not understanding my point. My point is, I could play the game without the targeting system too. I could play without it, but I'm not gonna sit up here and say like, "Damn, this shit is annoying." Like, I'm not gonna make it seem like it's not annoying.
You said you could play without the targeting system. So if you play without the targeting system, then that annoyance is taken out of the equation. So
because if I don't use the targeting system at all, there's still gonna be times where like the camera pan around. Like the monster will go behind you, then you gotta turn around to face the monster. In the process of doing that, there's a whole bunch of clipping and texture breakdown and all this other stuff. There's problems with the game, dude. If you saw my stream when I was fighting the joggers, y'all mean to tell me
that was hilarious?
Joggers, I'm in. Yo,
you weren't even doing the combos, man.
Excuse me.
You weren't doing the combos. You were like. Start the combo again. Start it again.
It don't matter if I did combos or not. I know how to do the combos. I'm not talking about that. I was proving a point during the stream that I can be standing there and I'm literally inside the monster, then outside the monster, inside the monster.
But that happens in games sometimes, though. It happens.
Get the fuck out of here. You know what's so funny? You can sit up there and say, "Oh, that happens in games sometimes."
Yeah, but
that don't. So you mean to tell me that's a part of a review, though?
Well, no. I'm not saying I would give Monster Hunter a 10 out of 10. I'm saying that sometimes in a game, especially third-person action games, when you're playing with big giant monsters, sometimes there's clipping. It happens.
No, but listen. Torrence, I get that. Sometimes there's clipping. And then in this situation, it's always. It's not a sometimes, bro. It's every time I fight.
Oh, man. I watched your stream. It wasn't always. It happens sometimes. No, I watched both of your streams, man. I watched both.
You in the belly button. You are lying. So you mean to tell me that every time I fought a monster, you know what's so backwards about the target? Just to throw this out there, I could be looking directly. And don't try to hit me with the option stuff, because I did all the options, try to mix it up where you got the camera targeting this and targeting that and targeting, but I did all those options and setups and and pairing them together. Okay, so don't even try to hit me with that because I did that already. Now going on, so you could be facing one of the enemies. You can literally be facing one of the enemies, right? And there's no 3 bars at the bottom where it says R3, how you got like 3 different ones you can select. It could just be one, not 3. It could just be one right there. And then I could be fighting someone, right? That's right in front of me. And I can hit the R3 and it will lock on to an enemy that's not even.
But you're back to the lock on again. We just jumped into a mode where you should be doing it without the lock on system.
No, the point I'm trying to make is that everybody, I don't care what they say. You could be honest with yourself, right? Even in the chat, whatever it is. If you look at somebody that you want to target, you are focused on them, the character is facing them, the camera is facing the enemy you want to target, blah, blah, blah. And you hit the target button. And when you hit the target button, it locks on to a character that's not even on the screen.
Okay, so you take off a half a point. So you take off a half a point for the lock-in system. No. Okay, so we've talked camera, we've talked lock-on system.
Yep.
What else don't you like that makes this game bad for you?
Now, the other thing that I would say, and this is probably the last thing, but the fights, like the actual battles with the monsters, they're not exciting at all. Like there's no dynamic to it. I'm gonna give you. Are
you fucking kidding me? There's no dynamic. No, dude. No two fights are the same, dude. Let me just tell you. Let me give you an example.
Not exciting.
Let me give you an example of how dynamic these fights are. I fought monsters out in the open. Okay. I thought I was slick, and I scurried down a little hole thinking I could get away from the monster, and they go crashing through the hole like the fucking monsters in the movies and come through. I've jumped off of cliffs to get away from monsters. They jump down behind me. It's totally dynamic. It's totally exciting. The music, everything.
No,
the points where they run away and you got to track them down and they fuck with you because if they get far enough away from you and they turn around and you run up on them too fast, they fuck you up. I'm gonna break it down easily. I can break it down easily. So. Like so far, I think I forgot the last monster I defeated, but it was like I think I fought like 6 monsters already, right? 6 monsters I think I beat 6 boss battles, right? So I'm gonna tell you right now, and this is I'm be just like as blunt as possible. Every single battle that I had in this game against the monsters, I literally did the same actions. Have to do really anything different to win from the first all the way to the 6th. Here's the point I'm trying to tell you, right? If you like the animal, I forgot his name, but you know the describe
monster,
it.
No, shut up. Yeah, the monster that got the electricity.
Okay.
And stuff like that when he drops on you and stuff like that. So, and I love the art. I love the art design. That is crazy. The artwork is crazy. So now, anyway, so when you're fighting these monsters, right? From what I saw, they got about like 2 or 3 different things they may do, and no matter what they do, I could do the same exact scheme.
I know. You know what? I can answer the question. I know why you're doing that. I know why you're doing the same thing. Hold on. Let me just. But we got people listening, so I gotta acknowledge. Okay. I gotta agree. I know what hip hop's talking about. He's fighting, you know those little lizards you see in the cave and the little fish in the water? That's what he's talking about. He's not talking about...
You bugging. Don't play me, dog. I'm talking about the boss battles. Don't ever try to play me. So the point I'm trying to say is this, right? With every boss battle that I fought so far, whether it was the Jogris or that big Tyrannosaurus Rex-looking purple monster, the Pookie that I fought, all of these monsters that I fought, literally, throughout the whole game, I did literally the same exact thing.
Okay, wait, hold on. Just for clarification, when you say the same thing, are you talking about the way your character attacks? Because you got...
I'm talking about what I had to do. Like,
you mean attack, evade, jump, run?
Listen.
Okay,
hear me out.
Go ahead.
Hear me out, right? So... if I'm fighting, when I'm fighting a Jogris or whatever I'm fighting and stuff like that, right? I could just, like, if they coming at me, I can just move to the side, hit them. If they fly up and go away and to go to a different destination or something, I'm already tracking them. Come get them. Sometimes they'll lay down, go to sleep or something like that. Hit them. Boom, boom, boom. Then move out the way. Evade. Hit them. Evade. Hit them. And I could do that same pattern all day on every monster that I fought so far, and I won.
Wait. So why is that a negative though? Like,
no, listen. Here's why. You know, it's
you do. That's the same with God of War. You do the same fucking things.
Listen. Here's this why. This is why. It's a negative to me, right? Mm-hmm. So let's say I'm trying to think of the game right now. Oh man, I can't think of the name of the game right now. But shit, it's right there on the tip of my head. But all right, I'll just say this. I think in Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I think in Assassin's Creed. You can't fight everybody the same because they are doing different things. So let's say you have a certain enemy that has like armor and stuff like that. No. I remember the game. The game where you can flip over. Oh my god, I can't remember the name of the game.
What, WWE wrestling?
Oh, shut up, idiot. Dang, I can't remember the name of the game. Oh my god. I can't remember the name of the game. Anyway, the point I'm trying to say is, you fight in Monster Hunter, you fight the Pookie and all these other people, no matter what they do, I can do the same thing that I've always done and beat the game. So in terms of what I'm looking at, even though I'm seeing some things that's different, I'm not forced to do anything different.
Okay, wait. Let me go. Let me
dynamic to the game.
That's
what I'm saying.
What's the highest boss? What's the highest boss you've beaten?
I think it was the 6th boss. I can't remember
the 6th boss.
I think it was like the 6th.
Then what did the boss look like?
I think you know what. I think it was after. Dude, I was in. What is it, like the desert or something like that? And there was this big dude, and he had it looked like shit was coming out of him. I passed that. I passed that one.
It looked like shit was coming out of him.
Yeah, like shit was coming out of him.
Is it the water beast, the Paula? Whatchamacallit?
I passed the water beast. Yeah, the water beast. Yeah, that was dope.
That's the highest boss you've beaten.
I passed him too. I'm trying to think who. I think there's like 2 other bosses after that water one.
Well, can you describe him? Does he fly? Like, what does he look like?
Yeah, he does fly. It's real big, yo.
Rathius?
It's real big.
One of the Rathians.
Maybe, but it's real big. That shit, it was crazy.
Baroth is early.
Yeah, and
was it Baroth?
I don't remember the name of the monster, but I have it like monster. But it's a real big ass monster.
How come you don't know the names of the monsters? You're not in it, man. We know the names, man. We know the names, man. Baroth, Angina, Rathians, man. I've been looking at the fucking Monster Hunter wiki. You read the wiki, man? Like, what does it look like? Does it got wings? Does it have a big dick? I mean, what does it look like? What color is it? Is it 2-legged, 4-legged?
Really, son? Okay, so first of all, I know that once I was whipping its ass, it flew and high in the air. And I was like, yo, what the hell?
Okay. Like, was it the bluebird, the kookaluka or something? The bird, the one with the blue feathers. I bet you that was it, because the bird can fly. It's not really a bird. It'll climb up the tree and it's like a flying squirrel. And it'll jump off the tree and it'll hover.
Shit is big. All I know, the shit is big and shit like that. That's all I know.
What I'm trying to get to.
Listen.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn on my PlayStation right now while we on.
Okay, that's good. What I'm trying to get to is when you get to and I haven't even done this yet, but I know the deal. When you start getting to those elite end game bosses, all this shit you're talking about doing the same thing, that ain't gonna work with them. Because you beat the way video games work, and this even goes back to Demon Souls and me getting my ass handed to me. In every game in history where you have to fight a boss, it's all based on patterns. And the bosses are harder depending on how many patterns the developers put in the boss. The developer may put one simple pattern into a boss. All he does is he jumps on you and whips his tail. Okay? That's a pattern. But what if he jumps on you, whips his tail, rolls around, breathes fire on you, flies, eats you, spits you out, shits you out of his ass. Now we have several different patterns we're adding. Like we're adding 20 different patterns to this boss. So as a human being, it's hard for you to figure out the pattern because there's too many to remember. So it takes serious repetition until you can figure out all those patterns. So once you get to the higher bosses and they increase the amount of patterns each boss has, you're not going to sit here saying you're doing the same thing for every boss. It's going to get harder. But you got to keep playing.
I understand what you're saying. I understand that logic. Like, I get that. I'm just speaking to you from the experience that I've had up to the point I'm at. Like, that's where I'm speaking to.
I says you must have hated Punch-Out. That's another game with patterns. In fact, Punch-Out is the best example of boss patterns I can absolutely think of. It is a perfect example.
That's a perfect example. Thank you. So you see how you can fight Glass Joe a certain way, but if you fight whether it's Super Macho Man or Mr. Sandman or Mike Tyson or the dude that looked like Nick Cannon with the shit that's wrapped on his head, it's like that. I forgot his name.
That's because they have more patterns. They have different patterns and they have more of them. They do more things.
But the thing is, it's not only no. It's not only that they do more things. There's things required for you to do in order to win.
But wait, Punch-Out has a left hook, a right hook, an uppercut, and a duck.
You're not understanding my point.
That's it.
Listen, you're not understanding my point.
So
my point is, no. Listen to me. If you fight Glass Joe, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you fight Glass Joe, right? You could just punch him in the face all day. And that's it, and you're gonna win, right?
Yep.
If you fight the dude that got the Band-Aid on his stomach, I forgot his name, but the dude that got the Band-Aid on his stomach, like the only way you can beat him is if he tries to hit you, you have to hit his glove so his stomach is left open. Then you gotta keep punching his stomach.
Right.
So it's a completely different mechanic in order to win.
No. It's a different pattern.
It's a completely different mechanic.
No, different pattern, same mechanic. No, you're still punching. You're still moving left and right and punching. Nothing's changed about your controls. When you're talking about, let me explain this. When you're talking about games where your character mechanics change to beat bosses, that goes back to Mega Man, because in Mega Man you steal the boss's power to use for other bosses, so therefore your mechanics change. Whereas Punch-Out is so simple, it's left, right hook, left hook, uppercut, block. That's it. So
you're not understanding my point.
Maybe I'm not understanding because we're talking about this and we're comparing it to Monster Hunter. You're saying you're doing the same thing.
But the analogy is great. What Ice brought up is great. It's a great analogy. What I'm trying to say is this, right? Just punching. Of course you're gonna punch. That's the name of the game. Is boxing. Of course you're gonna punch. What I'm trying to tell you is this: when it comes to the dude with the Band-Aid on his stomach, the only way you can't just punch him as Joe in the beginning of the game, but you can just punch him all day and that's it. You don't gotta worry about nothing else. So you just punch him in his face all day. He's not gonna do nothing to you. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can just punch him in his face literally all day. And he'll swing at you, you move, and just keep punching him in his face. That's it. With the other guy, you're not supposed to punch him in his face. You're supposed to punch him in his glove when he tries to hit you, so you can punch him in his stomach. And the only way to beat him is when you punch him in the stomach. Because if you punch him in the face, it's not going to allow you to. You understand what I'm saying? So you're never going to beat him if you punch him in his face. You're never going to beat him, because that's not how you beat him. Whereas in Monster Hunter, I can do the same mechanic with any monster that I've fought so far and still win. So for me, the dynamic is not exciting because I'm doing the same thing just with a different face.
Okay.
That's the point I'm trying to make.
You're saying that you do the same thing over and over again. You haven't even scratched the surface of this game. You're basically still on Glass Joe, is what I'm saying. Okay. You haven't even.
If I'm still on Glass Joe, I've been playing this game for I forgot how many hours I got logged in. I gotta look at it again. But I've been playing this game for a good ass while, like a good while, and I done fought quite a few monsters already, like quite a few, like a lot. Wait, let me go to my map. I ain't trying to hear all the stuff that y'all trying to tell me,
Dude, just
man.
look at your trophies. Don't you get trophies when you kill them? Maybe you don't. No, you don't get trophies. But there should be a list of everything you killed. Let me read some of this stuff here.
Word?
So Ice says,
Where would the list be at?
I don't know. I'm just saying there probably is. Look at your hunter's guide.
All right, hold on a second. Hunter's notes.
Man, those missions with the eggs, fuck those.
The missions with the what?
The eggs where you gotta steal them wyvern eggs, man. And as soon as you take one, the fucking Rathians know you took their egg and they come hunt you down and they burn your ass and do all kinds of crazy shit. James Capagna says, you're right, Tor. For example, does he use traps? Yeah, do you use traps when you fight monsters?
Yes.
What traps do you use, Hiphopgamer?
It's an environment. Like the environment, I know you got traps that you can throw down and use, but what allowed me to kill, I think it was the Pookie. There was this like some big ass some shit that he walked on and stepped on and he got stuck in it, and I was like, oh word, that's crazy. And
yeah, but what traps do you use?
I use traps that much. I don't.
Why aren't you using traps? You should have fucking shock traps, fucking barrel bombs, fucking poison bombs.
I got all that stuff. You know what I use though?
Dude, give me your fucking guild card. I'm taking that shit away.
You know what I use? I use the I like the flash that blinds the monsters.
Okay, that's good. But you don't use any traps, any bombs or anything, man. That shit's cool. And he also says, do you use the poisoned meat or drugged meat? There's so many things in this game and so many options. You saying that it's the same for every monster?
No, but the point is, no. I'm not saying that there's not options. I'm just saying, put it like this. Like I could play any game, right? I could play Street Fighter. I could play any game. I don't got to use the whole move list to like beat the game. Like I could find out what I like to do, learn what I can do with it, and then that's my play style.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So I don't have to use every single thing that the game provides me to win. I use what I want to use.
Okay, so you're basically helping me with this argument. So why aren't you using more of the options that you have in Monster Hunter to make the game better for you if you think that if you're bored because you're doing the same things over and over again?
No, it's not that I'm bored. It's not that I can't do it. I have a certain play style and I like to play a certain way. Now when it comes to traps, I'm gonna tell you something else that I like. I like if I go on like certain like rocks or whatever, I could jump on the back of the monsters and kill them from the back. That does a lot of damage. So I always look for those opportunities, or unless I'm using, I forgot the name of the weapon where you can flip up in the air and then possibly land on the monster. I use that tactic a lot. So there's a lot of the blade joint. Yeah. So my thing is whatever, dog. So the point I'm trying to make is that I utilize I used that before too, because that's very, very, very effective. But just because I have something there to use, it doesn't mean I'm gonna use everything. It's just like
okay, so it's your own fault that you're fighting all the monsters the same way.
No,
it's not the game's fault.
No. I'm not saying that's my fault. What I'm saying is it's not a requirement.
Nothing's a requirement. People play games people play shooting games where they get through a level and not kill anybody.
Everything is options. So what I'm trying.
But you're saying you fight every monster the same way. Like there's a lack of options. But there isn't. You can fight all.
No. You're not saying my point. I'm not talking about from what I could do. Like for example, when I was fighting the electricity monster that I was telling you about and stuff like that. Like when I was fighting him, and the point is, the playstyle that I like to play, I've been able to utilize that playstyle against every monster and win. So to me, I'm comfortable with that. So I do that. I use quite a few things. So how is it a
negative?
A negative because if I'm spending like 35 to 40 minutes fighting one damn monster and all they got is damn near like 3 moves, bro, it's not exciting. You gotta think about the time limit, bro. When you think about it, if you are watching something, let's say you're watching a movie and you spent 2 hours watching a movie and it was only 10 minutes worth of excitement, it's like, damn, like sitting here for a while and shit, it wasn't all of that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. The amount of time and length that you're spending fighting these monsters and all they doing is pretty much the same things. It's very, very repetitious in terms of the way they come at you. Bunch of different things, but even in the course, in the span of that time, you seeing it the same shit for like 25, 30 minutes straight. So it gets really boring. Like, the great things about the game gets boring very fast because it takes so long to do the same shit.
Yeah, okay, I understand that, but you're using it as a negative. You're using it a negative.
That's a negative to me because it lacks excitement. Like, for example,
you are boring yourself, though. It's not exciting. If you're not excited if you're not excited by that, it's because of how you're playing. Go ahead.
A lot of people's having fun playing this shit because they can play with their friends, bro. Damn near any game. A game could be halfway decent, but if you're having fun with your friends playing it, it changes the whole dynamic of the fun you're having with the game.
Okay, but okay. So let me read some of this stuff.
Destiny, Division, a lot of these games. Some people may not like them playing by themselves, but you play with friends, all of a sudden the game is just better. And everybody that I've seen play this game is playing with friends. I'm playing by myself.
Then play with friends. You got like a friends list with 900 people on it. So you have nobody to play Monster Hunter with?
No, I'm not saying that I don't. The point I'm trying to say is, if I'm playing the game, that shouldn't matter whether I play with friends or not. The game should be hot on its own. You spend 40 minutes chasing and fighting a monster. They only got like 3 damn moves that you see.
Hold on, dude. Let me tell you.
And that's
okay?
gonna get stale fast?
Let me tell you.
Here, bro. Some of
the bosses. Nope.
You said you understood that.
Nope.
You just said you understood.
Hello. Listen. I didn't say I understand where you're coming from.
Yes, you did. Yo, hold on. Stop.
No.
Didn't he just say he understood? He could understand that. Your words was, I could understand that. That's what you just said.
But I didn't say I understand where you're coming from. I'm trying to make sense of what you're saying. Listen, hear me out.
Go ahead, man.
You're saying that the fights are boring because you're doing the same things over and over again. And I'm telling you that you're doing the same things over and over again because you're not fully utilizing the mechanics of the game to make it more exciting for you. You're limiting. What you're doing is you're limiting yourself and then complaining that you're doing the same things over and over again.
Not true.
You're your own worst enemy.
That's not true. That's not true. I told you already, right? I told you. Because you spend damn near 40 minutes fighting this monster, I could use every goddamn trap or whatever I have in my arsenal. It still got 30 minutes left to fight to do the same shit I just did in the first 5 minutes of the battle, okay? And then the enemies that I'm fighting, the monsters that I'm fighting, if I'm fighting you, if the monsters is fighting me for like 40 minutes and they only show me 3 different moves.
You haven't made it to the elite.
Battle?
You haven't made it to the elite monsters yet. You're not there yet. You'll get to those monsters that'll show you something to do every time you fucking fight them.
Let me ask you a question. How many moves per monster? I'm not sure how far you are, but what I want to ask you is, how many times do you see the same thing that a monster do out of the whole time? Because you even told me that you got close to beating, I forgot which monster.
Angela.
But the time ran out. Yeah, the time ran out. Out of that whole time you fought that monster, how many times you saw the same shit that he did?
How many times have you seen the same shit when you fight fucking Ryu and Ken in Street Fighter?
Okay, cool.
These are video games, man. They're programmed shit. And I'm telling you,
it doesn't take me an hour. It doesn't take me an hour to fight against somebody in Street Fighter either.
Because they're little digital humans. That's why they're not fucking giant monsters with huge amounts of health and stamina that can do all kinds of crazy shit. They're supposed to take a long time for you to kill them. How boring would it be if you could just walk in and slice a monster in 2 minutes and be dead with it? It wouldn't be worth playing.
If the game is long, that's fine. If it takes long to fight a boss, that's fine. The problem is, in all of that time that you're utilizing to fight this boss, there should be a lot more that's being done.
Get to the higher bosses. Get to the elite bosses, and you will have tons of shit thrown at you. You will die so many times that you won't even see everything they got.
Okay, cool. Well, anyway, let me
read Ice's list real quick.
Okay, cool. I'm trying to find the
He says all you're doing is looking for points of attack. it's the same fucking shit. Evade and punch over and over. In Monster Hunter, you can trap monsters. It even nets you more loot. You can shoot ammo, arrows, use hammers, blades. You can stun them, kick toads and knock them out. Trap them in vines. You can do the you choose to do the same shit. You choose to. And he's talking about there's missions where you need to bring eggs from nests and things like that. K-Cube wanted to know what your monster rank is. It's probably HR3.
Wait, let me see.
Because I know I'm HR3 or HR4 right now because I haven't been Angina yet.
No, I'm HR5.
Okay. It's different, man. Same monster weakness. Some monster weaknesses is their head or tail or... Oh, that's the other thing. You got to break down... Like, if they got a hard shell, you got to break down that shell and get to their weak spots. That's why these are long fights. I had fights... Dude, cool too. I had fights in fucking... HR5. World of Warcraft that were 45 minutes long. Same thing on one boss. Some were an hour long. And that's with 40 people attacking one boss. Not just one, not 4, 40 people, and it's 45 minutes.
If I'm sitting down, I'm playing Monster Hunter or Destiny or Division, and I'm fighting somebody for 40 minutes, but I got my friends with me, it's a whole different feeling when you just by yourself.
Yeah, it's more, but the monsters have, but when you play with people, the monsters are even stronger. So you're still in for a long fight. Yeah, it is more fun with friends.
It's more fun with friends.
Why aren't you playing with friends?
I think the last monster, I guess it's the I'm assuming because I think it's the Zora Magdaros, because you got the Zora Magdaros, the Rathalos, the Rathian, Kadashi, Barath, Pookie. Yeah, so the first one was Great Jagras beat that, Kulu beat that, Pookie beat that, Barath beat that.
Well, let's engage some of the. I want to change the subject. I want to change the subject, but I want to get some of the fans' comments. James Caponu says, "Make it to Nergigante and try to do the same shit over and over again." LOL. Also, some monsters are weak to certain elements. Some are weak to poison. Others are resistant.
That's true.
Which is something you should research because you can get all that info. And Big Boss says, "It should not take you no damn 40 minutes in the early game. You're just trash, cuz there are stupid amounts of combos, monsters, a lot of different shit. You don't even have to wait till later. Hiphopgamer is bugging." And then Subgata says, "The monsters have 3 different phases: full health, damage, and near death. Lit mode.
Yep, I've seen that.
Each of those phases has different attack patterns." And fucking Angina, he spreads his fucking wings and shit, and that's when he starts breathing fire on you. That's when you really got to stay away from him.
Well, put it like this. Here's the point. Here's the point I'm trying to make, right? To everybody in the chat, right? Mm-hmm. The point I'm trying to make is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I beat 10 monsters, right? In this game, thus far. And like I said, there's things about the game that I like, but the core of the game is the gameplay, and to me, that's horrible and it's not fun to play. So everything else around the game don't matter to me, because if a game ain't fun to play, I ain't gonna play it. So to me, when Monster Hunter drop on PC, I mean I could use codes now on the PS4, but when it drop on PC, because I'm gonna play this joint in 4K and all this other stuff, I'm gonna play it on PC, use cheat codes, and we lit. The point I'm trying to make.
Wait, stop right there. Stop right there.
Yep.
Are the cheat codes gonna fix the lock-on system?
But I don't have to worry about dying and all that other bullshit.
Are they going to fix the camera angles?
Nope.
Are they going to make the monsters do more things?
Your point?
Well, if the cheat codes aren't fixing any of the things that you're complaining about, then what's the point of using them?
The point of using them is that it fixed my annoyance. Meaning that if the targeting system is bad and all this other stuff and it's making me annoyed, I won't be annoyed if I can't die. Eventually, I'll get to that monster to kill his ass.
You might get banned when you do it on the PC. They have the. I really question the fact that there's cheat codes available for this on PlayStation 4, considering it does have an online component.
What you talking about? I have cheat codes on now. Like, what you talking about?
You have cheat codes on Monster Hunter right now.
Yeah, I got like a billion Zenny points and shit.
Try going online. I bet you they'll ban you.
That's why I'm not online. I play offline, bro.
And that's why you play alone. So, but
My point is, before I used, I didn't play this game with cheat codes out the gate. I played it without.
So
like,
wait,
you know
wait. Subgate asked a really important question. Why are you going to play it if you don't enjoy it? In other words, you're going to spend another $60 for this game that you say is bad. Why are you doing that?
Who said I'm gonna buy it?
You just said you're getting it for the PC.
Buy it.
Huh?
Who says I'm buying it?
Well, how are you going to get it?
It doesn't mean I have to buy it.
Are they going to give you a review code?
Maybe.
Everybody tweet Capcom, tell him he's cheating so he doesn't get the review code. No, I'm just joking.
They know I cheat too.
I don't even think Capcom's watching. I don't think they care.
Like I don't care either. The point I'm trying to make is the reason why I would play Monster Hunter because I'm interested in the story because the way the game opened up. So because I'm interested in the story, I'm playing the game just to get through to the story. That's it. Like,
well, wait. There's some more comments here. Ice says, "Fuck this shit." Subgata says, "Why are you going to play if you don't enjoy it?" Which is a really good question.
I just said that. I just said I'm interested in the story. So if I can use cheat codes and then just beat the monsters up and do different things, don't got to worry about getting killed. I can just do whatever I want to do, play the way I want to play, and still progress through the game so I can get to the story. Then that's fun for me.
K-Cube says that's perfectly fine if you don't like it, but you're still in the tutorial area, so you're not that far into the game.
Wait, so you mean to tell me? Yeah, I've been playing this game for like probably 6-7 hours already, and I'm still in the tutorial.
Yes, you are.
What are they teaching me?
Dude, Rikusen put in 100 hours the first week.
Oh, good for him.
I think Tony's over 100 hours now.
Good for him.
Dude,
the point is, what tutorial are you talking about? I know how to play.
No. He's saying it's the beginner's area. Those first few monsters that you fight, they're all beginning monsters. You haven't fought the real deal yet. You haven't met Godzilla yet. You got a long way to go. Wait, I got more comments. Hold on. He says, "What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me?" Subgata says, "Why? I hope your account doesn't get banned." Big Boss says, "The story?" Stevie G. Oh, Stevie G, what's up? Stevie G comes in. He says, "Capcom is too busy making Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity DLC. That sucks to listen to podcasts."
Yo, just on a sidetrack, I believe Marvel vs. Capcom didn't deliver, bro. I mean,
maybe they'll deliver in a year like Street Fighter V did after it came out.
Street Fighter 5, I loved it from the get go. It's just that I understand why people was mad because there's no arcade mode. But
you gave that game a pass. You were in denial.
It was fire. There was nothing wrong with the game.
You gave the game a pass. You were in denial.
There was nothing wrong. There was nothing wrong with the game at all. Tell me one complaint that people had about the game that you saw in the review scores and all this other stuff. People didn't complain about the game. They was mad because there was no arcade mode and all this other stuff.
How to trigger Hiphopgamer? Well, I'm just using your own logic against you. The game was like 40%, 50% complete. None of the stuff that was ever released in the history of Street Fighter was released with Street Fighter V, and they didn't add it. They didn't add it. They didn't add all that shit until like a year and a half later. And you gave them a pass. You're in denial. That's exactly what you're saying to people about fucking Monster Hunter.
Listen. Street Fighter is a fighting game. When I played it and when I fought in the game, the graphics was great, the gameplay was great. There was nothing wrong with playing the game. Everything worked and stuff like that. People was pissed off because there was one mode that didn't exist, which was arcade mode, because they was used to it growing up for all these years. So they was they was acting
rightfully so
because they was tight. You know what I'm saying? Yes, but you're not mad at the game. You're just mad at a mode that didn't exist in the game.
You're not mad at the mode. You're mad at fucking Capcom for releasing a half fucking baked game.
Get out of here, you bugging.
It was a half-baked game, man. That's exactly what it was.
Hold up. So Ice just said $60 game that was half a game that had clipping in it. So if you got a complaint about the clipping that you see in Street Fighter and all this other stuff you're talking about, then we should not be having this discussion on Monster Hunter, because Monster Hunter is nothing but a clip fest. Clips. Period. I could live inside the monster if I want.
Here's the difference, though. Street Fighter was a half-baked game. Monster
hell
Hunter
out of here.
has hundreds of hours worth of content for free.
Street Fighter. Let me explain something to you, right? Because people will be forgetting this shit. I could play Street Fighter 5 as well as it's being played ever since Street Fighter 5 came out. There's people that's been playing this game for the entire year that's been out.
They're all in denial.
400 hours. Huh?
They're all in denial.
Huh? They're all in denial?
Yeah, that's what you're saying about people that like Monster Hunter. I'm saying the same thing about people that like that half-baked Street Fighter bullshit that came out. They were all in denial. That's what it is. I'm using your logic.
No. Tell me what's wrong. So if I'm in denial, tell me what's wrong with the mechanics of Street Fighter 5. Is there any frame rate drops?
I told you what was wrong with it. It was a half-baked game. It wasn't completed, and they charged you $60 for bullshit. Yes, and it was censored. Yes, and it was fucking censored. That too. It was bullshit. What do you mean? What was censored? You don't remember all that controversy over the ass shots from Chun-Li?
What does that have to do with the
Mika?
What does that have to do with the responsiveness of the game? Everything y'all talking about is the aesthetics of the game.
I'm just using your logic against you.
That's not my logic. But I gave you reasons.
I just gave you reasons.
Gameplay reasons. Give me a gameplay reason. You never gave me one gameplay.
How many characters were released with Street Fighter 5?
Give me a gameplay reason.
I don't have to give you a gameplay reason. That's just it. I'm giving you my opinion.
No, you're not giving me any gameplay reasons.
But I don't have to, though.
Exactly. You don't have to because you can't.
The thing is, here's the thing. Hold on. Nope, you didn't. Here's the thing, Hiphopgamer. I didn't tell you I didn't like Street Fighter 5. I didn't even buy Street Fighter 5. I'm not telling you the game is bad. I never said it was bad. I said it was a half-baked game. It's exactly what it is. That's a fact.
Okay, so my argument with Monster Hunter is that the gameplay is bad.
Right.
You feel that the Street Fighter 5
gameplay it's hip hop. It is completely fine. It is completely fine for you. Argument. Hold on, listen. It is completely fine for you to say that you don't like the game. But to say other people are in denial and are lying to themselves and they're just giving the game a pass is wrong because it's not true, and you still haven't given me any names of people that are in denial that are lying.
I just proved. Look, I'm gonna say this one more time.
I want names. Where are these people?
I'm gonna say this one more time. Matter of fact, I'm a Tony Malik, but before I even do that,
no, they're not in denial. They fucking love the game. I know Tony loves it. He can't say enough great things about the game.
My point is, Tony agreed with me that the lock-on system ain't that good, but you don't need it. The game is still cool. Blah 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 blah. He acknowledged what I was just my complaint. And he said,
but was he in denial?
That's it.
Is he in denial? Tell me somebody who's in denial about Monster Hunter. I need a name, a Twitter account, anything.
You and Ice.
Kind of funny game. I'm not fucking in denial. Are you fucking kidding me? I love this fucking game. Get the fuck out of here. I love Monster Hunter World. Are you fucking kidding me?
Stop. Get the hell out of here. Because I'm not talking about your love for the game. I'm talking about the complaint that I had that you recognize. So here's the point.
I don't have that complaint because I don't have a fucking issue with the camera system. You can't tell me I'm in denial about something if I don't have a complaint about it. I have no issues with the lock-on system or the camera system. So what am I in denial about?
Torrence, when you told me earlier, dog, that when like the monsters and like go over your head and you use it so you can lock on real quick to see them, stuff like that, you told me that that's not what it's used for.
I said it's not used for constant. It's not used for a constant targeting system. It's an accessory mechanic. Not something that's used constantly throughout the fight. I need names of these people who are in denial. Give me one name. No, because I'm sitting here on Twitter trying to figure out who's in denial, and it was me the whole time?
And Ice.
Riddle me this, Batman. Who's in denial? Come on.
Also,
besides me and Ice, who else? Who out there is in denial about this game?
Okay.
Before we had this podcast, a week ago, when it came out, you were saying people were in denial. I just need one name that's not in this room that's in denial about this game so I can contact them.
Dude, I gave you names already.
You said Tony and
I
Malik.
gave you names.
Tony and Malik aren't in denial about Monster Hunter? Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my God. You talking about being in denial with Monster Hunter. I'm talking about being in denial with the complaints that I had.
No, how can somebody be in denial with the complaints you had? If somebody says they like the system...
No. At first, when this first came about, when I first said what I said, when I first put out the stream, when I first did this stuff, right? Tony and Malik was getting at me. And then when we was talking on Twitter, I told them the issue that I had with the game. They agreed with me with that. It didn't turn around and said, but it didn't matter because you could do this and you could do that and you don't need to use it. But he and Malik himself on Twitter said, I'm going to give you that. He said, I give you that because he does know.
So, okay. So the only two people in denial, there was two people, Tony and Malik. That's it.
You said give one name and I did and I gave more.
All right. What about, aside from Tony and Malik, who else is in the... Because you don't have any more. You don't have any more hip hop.
I don't. All I need is one because that's what you asked for.
I want somebody I don't know. Who out there is it Greg from Kind of Funny Games?
But then you know what? Look at my stream and you can see the comment section. There's a lot of people that said a lot of things about the Monster Hunter game that they like and that they didn't like, that agree with me or that didn't agree with me and all this other stuff.
So wait, if they don't agree with you, they're in denial. Is that what you're saying?
No. Listen, what I'm saying is this. Hear me out. What I'm saying is this. I'm going to say this, and this is the last time I say it, and we can move on to something else. If a person says, yo, like, nah, you bugging Hiphopgamer, blah, 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 and then we have a conversation, and they be like, okay, now I get it. I see what you're saying, but still, it don't matter, this and that. My thing is this. If you choose to overlook this issue, and you know that it's an issue, but you just choose to overlook it because you like the game so much, then you're in denial. You want to know why? Because if a person, let's say a person is reviewing a game, right? Mm-hmm. And let's say there's something they don't like about this game. Mm-hmm. They're like, even though they don't like this part about the game, and it's something that they would take a point off if it was another game.
How do you know they didn't take a point off for it?
Wait, how do I know they didn't take a point off for it?
Yeah.
Because when I spoke to them about, well, I didn't ask them if they reviewed the game.
Wait, who's this? Who is this?
Talking to Malik and them.
You're back to Malik and Tony again.
I'm just telling.
Malik didn't review the game and give it a score. And I don't think Tony gave the game a 10.
They gave a review score. I'm not saying that. The point I'm trying to make is that at first, when I said what I said, at first, like, wrote me off. Like, I didn't know what I was talking about.
A lot of people did.
All right, and then when I had the conversation and I showed them the stream and what I was talking about and we was talking, they said, oh, okay, I get what you're saying. I give you that. But still, the game is fire. So my thing is, they recognize a problem, saw the issue, and just brushed it off because they love the game so much.
Because it's such a minor thing. That's why you can brush it off. There's no denial or lying. It's such a minor thing to them. And like I said, Ice doesn't even use the lock-in system. He doesn't even use it, Ice. Or Hip-Hop. He does not use the lock-in system at all.
Well, say it again. Say what?
Ice does not use the lock-on system at all. So how can he be in denial about it?
The reason why I brought Ice up just now is because when we talked about Street Fighter 5 for a second, he's mentioned clipping in the Street Fighter, talking about a $60 game plus it got clipping in it. Like, okay, so if you don't like clipping and you complaining that this is a $60 game, Monster Hunter has clipping in it at all damn time. Like you can.
Ice was basically saying you're in denial.
The point is, if you have a problem with clipping because you mentioned it when we was talking about Street Fighter, then you should have a problem with Monster Hunter then, because that shit clips all day.
Well, how come you didn't recognize the clipping in Street Fighter?
How come I didn't recognize it? I didn't see no clipping in Street Fighter. What you talking about?
Oh, you're in denial.
Show me. Hey, if there's clipping in it, I want to see it. Show me.
You show me how the lock-on system doesn't work. You show me. Because when I see you doing it, I'm asking myself, how is he having so much trouble with this? How is he having a problem with this? I don't understand, because I have no problems with it.
Lock onto a monster, and the moment the monster moves, the target goes away.
It's supposed to because that's the way the game was made.
It doesn't always. You not understanding my point, Torrance. I could lock onto them, and sometimes they'll walk away.
Yeah,
and
I understand.
The reticle will go away, and I didn't push anything else. It just go away by itself.
It's supposed
and then
to.
Other times, no, it's not supposed to. I'm gonna tell you why. Because there's been other times where I will lock onto them, and they will move. Like there's times where I do it, and it just disappears. Then there's time when I do it, and it stays. It's weird. Like that's what I'm saying. This is all in my stream, and it made no sense.
Oh. You know,
Think
hip hop.
like,
Well,
George,
we've gone for almost 2 hours, and I still don't understand. My personal opinion is two things. You're playing the game wrong. That's one. I think you're playing the game wrong.
No, I'm not playing the game wrong.
Hey,
how am I playing the
hip hop? It's not hip hop. It's not a fact. It's not a fact. It's just my personal opinion. I think you're playing it wrong because you're having problems with this mechanic. And I can't see how anybody could have a problem with this mechanic. Whatever. The second thing is, I don't think you're fully utilizing all of the game's mechanics. You're not playing it as you should be, and it's taken away from your enjoyment. Is somebody peeing?
No, man.
Oh yeah. So that's my opinion. I think you're not enjoying the game because you're not fully playing it as you should be playing it. It's like you're playing Street Fighter, but you're not using any of the special moves. You're not doing Hadouken or Shoryuken. You're just doing low, medium, high, and that's it. You're not doing any special moves whatsoever. You're not fully utilizing Monster Hunter as you should to get the full experience. You're not getting the full experience. There's tons of shit you've been doing. Have you been cultivating yet? Have you been doing any of that?
Hold on, let me ask you a question, right? Mm-hmm. Since you made the Street Fighter reference, right?
Yeah.
If I'm playing Street Fighter, right,
mm-hmm.
and I'm playing a match, and the match is like 45 minutes. Now I could do a Hadouken, I could do Shoryuken, I could do all this other stuff. But if I'm playing the joint for if I'm playing a match for 45 minutes, there's gonna come a time where a lot of people's gonna take the eyes off the screen, talk, do something else, and look back when it's getting down to the wire where it's more exciting. It's just like if you're watching sports. Let me finish. It's just like if you're watching sports, especially if you're watching soccer. Or football, because I don't want to disrespect anybody that may be international on the joint, because I know that's like a disrespect saying soccer and stuff like that when it's really football. You know what I'm saying? That's just wanted to show respect. But the point I'm trying to make is this: you could be watching that game for like over an hour or something, and like it's coming down to there's no action, nobody's like you done seen the tricks one time, so many, nobody's scoring, and then finally you get that goal. And that goal is like, oh, everybody goes crazy. But that don't happen often. So what I'm trying to say is Monster Hunter is like watching soccer and stuff like that. You're gonna have some action here and there, but it's gonna get very rinse and repeat. No matter how many times you trap, no matter how many times you do this, because the battles are so long and the monsters that you fighting don't do that much to you in terms of different things. You're gonna see a lot of the same things constantly, which is gonna lose the value of the excitement as you progress through the game. And then when you get to that big moment, oh yes, it'll be satisfying. I'm the kind of person that it bores me to the excitement part. Everything, all the other things I talked about, it just makes it not fun to play. I think that's fair to say.
That is fair to say. I'm just telling you, it's not fair to say that people who are in denial are lying. That's all I'm saying. You generalized it, and you're saying, oh, if you don't agree with me, you don't think you're in denial.
I'm not saying if you don't.
Go ahead.
I'm not saying you have to agree with me. That's cool. What I'm saying is, I see that a lot of people complain about certain things that they see in Monster Hunter. I've seen people complain about in other games. But in Monster Hunter, they won't complain about it, and it may be the same issue. And I'm just the kind of person where I like to keep things consistent. Meaning, if I'm the kind of person that don't like load times in games, I'm not gonna give Metal Gear Solid 4 a 10, and then this other game take a point off.
Wait, when you say other people, you're talking about Tony and Malik.
No, in this instance, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about anyone that does that, because there's been people that have done that. That's what I'm just trying to say. I'm just speaking in general for those people out there that are inconsistent with the way they view games or rate games. And Torrance, you've been in the industry longer than me. You know there's a lot of people that will say one thing about a game and say another thing about another game when it's the same issue, same problem because of bias. And that's my holy thing. Like, if you don't like something, that's fine. If you love something, fine. But just make sure the same thing you love it in another game that may not be as popular. Or the same thing that you don't like, make sure you call out the same things you don't like in other games.
I keep it completely 100. I'm going to let everybody know right now that I have used cheats in games before. I'm going to lay it on the line.
Who hasn't?
No, hold on.
It's fun.
Hold on. No, I didn't do it because it was fun. I did it because the game was kicking my ass. Way back when, in the early days, I got a code for Contra. And I used that cheat code. And I still didn't beat the game because it's so fucking hard. So there it is.
Lying. You ain't beat the game even though you had cheats? You're lying.
I don't like to beat games with cheats. Even if I got to the last boss with the cheats, I wouldn't have beaten the boss because that's just me. I can't do that. And I do love Souls games, but I prefer newer games like Bloodborne, Demon Souls. While it conceptually is good and everything, I got sick of fucking playing that fucking game. I had more fun when I was playing Bloodborne for fucking 4 hours or whatever that day. I don't love Souls games as much as anybody else, but I do appreciate the concept they do in those games. I just don't really have the time to play. Like me playing a Souls game to the end, I might as well be playing fucking a Japanese RPG all the way to the end. I just don't have time for that.
Yeah,
at least not now.
To be fair, because somebody earlier said something about all Japanese games is like that, or all Japanese games are the same, and that's not true. Because like one of the games that I really really like that I'm playing right now is Persona 5. Like I really really like that. I like the story. I like the gameplay. System. Like everything just works great. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I could play like. I could go all the way back to like Final Fantasy 7, like the way that conversations work. Or I could go to Final Fantasy 10 or Final Fantasy 12 with lightning and all this other stuff. You know, there's a lot of other games out there that are Japanese based that's not the same. Like, come on, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying.
All right, well, interesting. I don't think we really got anywhere tonight. Did we get anywhere tonight?
I think we did. I think we got somewhere because at the end of the day we just gonna have to sit back and respect one another's opinion and let it be what it is. But I do feel well, you said Persona 5 is the most repetitive game. How is Persona 5 the most repetitive game?
I haven't played it yet. I can't comment. I have it, but I haven't played it yet. Because Monster Hunter. Sweet and salty nut.
Oh my god. Yo, cool, stupid, man. I will say this. Did y'all enjoy the Warzone tonight?
I hope so.
Do y'all enjoy when me and Torrence have our battles? Alright, cool, said yeah.
Some people fell out already. Gone to sleep, gone to bed. I'm about to do the same. And anything else happened this week besides Metal Gear?
I do have a question.
Monster Hunter Solid blowing up. What? You're
so stupid. I have a question for you.
Yes.
Excuse me. Do you think that by the end of this generation that the Nintendo Switch will have more consoles sold than Xbox One? At the end of the generation. At the end of the generation cycle. And what I mean by that, I'm talking about it's 2018. Like by 2020, do you think global sales?
Yes,
all across the board.
Sales, I think they will. Here's the thing. I had a conversation about this. I think they will.
Good talk.
Let's just assume that PlayStation and Xbox have a finite end to this generation. Let's just, for the sake of argument, I do think.
Oh wait, so I didn't go Hollywood.
Oh shit! Look at this fucking look at Alexa. I'm laughing loud and she's fucking recording it. Don't bring no motherfucking police to this house, Alexa, you little bitch. Okay, listen. I had this conversation. I do think Nintendo's gonna pass Xbox by the end of the generation. Here's where some people kind of got a little triggered. I said they'll probably pass PlayStation 4 too.
All right, now you smoking weed.
But I'm not. I'm not.
No, come on, B.
Here's the thing. But just hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. At this rate,
Nintendo Switch is not passing.
Let me hear me out. You got to figure. Just listen. Hey, Nintendo is selling at a rate of 10 million per year at this point. That's going to go up.
Okay, and
Sony's 10 million. Listen. Sony's 10 million per year is going to start going down. Okay? Right now, the Switch is doing Wii numbers. Now, we remember how many Wii sold by the end of that generation. I think they're going to, at the very least, they will catch up to Sony. But I think they have the ability to pass Sony at the end of this generation. We'll see what happens.
So you mean to tell me by 2020? Because when 2020 comes, that's most likely when the next PlayStation is gonna.
Oh, I'm not. No, not by 2020. Is just too. I just told you it's 10 million a year. In the next 2 years, they're gonna have another 20 million. That'll make them 30 million plus worldwide.
PlayStation is at 75 million right now, bro.
Dude, it can happen. It is possible, dude. Before the Switch came out, I thought the Switch was gonna die. I didn't think it was gonna go anywhere. And look what's happened. Crazier things have happened. I'm not gonna bet you over fucking console sales. I'll bet you over something I can control. I can't control console sales. Okay.
So how about this?
This is my opinion.
Oh, since we talk about games so much.
Yes.
Why not have a triathlon of games? And we do a battle. So I pick one game to play you in. You pick one game that I play you in.
I've been thinking about this. Funny you say that.
And then we let the fans choose the third game, and
third game, dude. We ought to just do the fucking Gamer Olympics again. Right now we have the ability to do it better than ever before. And yes, you can.
We should do it.
I think I'll even make it better. It's too simple for me to pick a game. You pick a game. All I got to do is pick a game that came out before you were born, and you're toast. Okay, this is how we should do it. We should let the fans choose a certain amount of games, and then we choose a certain amount of games. We throw all those games and little pieces of paper into a hat.
Right.
We mix it up, and we take the games out one by one.
I'm with that. That's fair.
And we say, okay, so how many rounds are we going to do? Let's just say we do
first to 10.
No. Let's say we do. When I say rounds, let's say we do 5 rounds. So that's 5 different games.
Right.
So we pick 5 pieces of paper out, and we play those games.
It has to be
Nightmare. That's what I'm talking about now. Play Blur. Exactly. I can show you how shitty Hiphopgamer is in Blur. It would be great. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is great. We could do it online. That's what's so great about it.
Yep. And we can live stream it and people watch.
Yeah.
That'd be hot.
Yep.
I think that'd be real hot.
Yep. I've been thinking about this. I've actually been thinking about a way to do the Gamer Olympics again. Is that what we called it? I think we called it that. To do it again. Let's see some things here. Ice is saying the Switch as a year old.
Big Boss said Hiphopgamer makes me angry, but I'm going to make this hell for Tor. So
make it hell for me. What are you talking about? Oh, the game you picked?
Why are you mad at me for? Why are you angry at me?
He's gonna pick a game he knows that I'll lose in. That's probably what he's talking about.
My whole point is why you angry with me, bro? See?
So Ice says
no matter what we do, son.
PS4 is almost done. QL says Switch is its own market. Here's another reason why I think the Switch is going to catch up is because people who own Xboxes and PlayStation 4s are going to buy Switches. It's like the Wii. It's like the Wii all over again. It's like that second system you got to have, and it's a hybrid system.
I agree with that. And a lot of it. I love the fact that it's a hybrid system. It's genius. So I agree with that. It's definitely the secondary system. Mm-hmm. But that's also the reason why I feel it would never surpass PlayStation 4, simply because it's viewed as a secondary system. I'm going to tell you why.
That doesn't make any sense. But go ahead.
I'll give you an example. Put it like this. If it's the secondary system that you get, that means it's not your first choice when it comes to all 3.
Okay. That has nothing to do with it, but go ahead.
Yes, it does. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is this. When it comes to like just overall experiences that you're gonna get, like I feel like Sony's gonna be able to offer you more and demonstrate things to you more that you're just not gonna get on a Switch. For example, like it's cool to have Doom on the Switch because you can take it with you, but looking at Doom in comparison to like PS4 version or even a PC version, I can't. No, I just can't, man.
Okay, so you're saying wait, time out. Okay, time out. The 3DS. I just want to get.
Stupid. My bad.
I just want to give you some facts here. The 3DS will probably pass the PS4 in the next year. That's one. Number two. Watch this. What's the name of the Super Mario game that just came out for the Switch? Is it Universe or Galaxy?
Odyssey, bro.
Odyssey. Okay, yeah. I'm just pointing something out for you, okay? Super Mario Odyssey for the Nintendo Switch, that new system that nobody cares about, that isn't doing as much as the PlayStation 4. That is sold 5.55 million. Super Mario Odyssey. Okay. It just came out in October, and it's already almost at 6 million sales.
Okay.
When you say that,
when has Mario never sold well?
But that's my whole point. You're helping me, hip hop. That is my whole fucking point. Mario always sells well.
Mario sold well on the Wii U too. What happened to the Wii U?
What? Dude, the Wii U, we know what happened to the Wii U. That system, Peter, the Wii U didn't have a games problem. It had an identity problem. Okay? It wasn't.
Either way, the point is, the point I'm trying to make is that Mario was on that joint too. Mario can't save every situation.
But now, no, you're helping me again. Mario isn't saving the Switch. Mario is just helping the Switch do that much better. The Switch is selling great on its own, right? It's blowing the fuck up. And then you got games on the Switch that are blowing the fuck up.
I agree.
I guarantee. Here, I'm gonna throw something at you. Hold on. I guarantee you that by the time this year ends, and you compare Nintendo exclusive sales to Sony exclusive sales, Nintendo will wipe the floor with Sony.
Wait. I do you one better. First time we see Nintendo's year-over-year sales, period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because this is their second year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll see what type of growth they got, or if there's something that declines. I think it's going to go up.
It's going to keep going up. It's the new 3DS. Everybody that's got a 3DS is going to get a Switch.
But the point I'm trying to say is, when PS4 came out, just like when Nintendo came out, since PS4 came out, every year it's been going up and going up and going up.
But it's going to plateau soon. That's what I'm telling you. It's going to plateau.
You know what I'm saying?
That 10 million a year is going to drop a little bit. 9 million a year. 8 million a year. Just like we've seen the cycle before. But the Switch is new and young and fully powered up. What?
The 4 Pro is eventually going to be the standard PS4.
But that's not going to matter.
So PS4 Pro is going to be at a price. You understand? As it progresses, it's going to get cheaper, and more people are going to want it. Along with the VR and all this other stuff. Yes, because they got tons of games coming out all the time.
No, I don't think people are really buying the more powerful system thing on either front. I don't think.
No. I'm not understanding my point. You're not understanding my point. My point is the PS4 standard is selling like crazy. PS4 Pro is selling very well as well. When the PS4 standard, PS4 Pro becomes the standard in terms of price, that's going to be a big game changer. Because now it's not going to be. It's not about the power. It's going to be about the price and the value.
The game changer. Let me tell you something. The game changer is going to be when the PS4 base model and the Xbox One base model, the S and the Slim, are under $200. Not the Pro, not the Xbox One X. The S and the Slim are going to be what people are buying. Those are going to be flying off the shelves when they're sub $200.
Yeah.
However, you still have the monolith of the Nintendo, because think about this. Ice pointed it out. You're not getting cardboard with PS4. The Nintendo 3DS did 70 million. That is a handheld system.
Yeah.
Okay. The Wii did 110 or 100 whatever million they did. People who have home consoles, 360s, PS3s, Xbox One, PS4, a lot of those people get handhelds, so when they leave the house, they can still game.
Yep.
Okay, the Switch bridges the gap because you can leave the house and then you plug it into your TV and continue playing. It's a new thing. People fucking love it. Okay, they fucking
I love it too.
That
Right.
alone, because it's a dope ass fucking handheld, you got handheld motherfuckers that want it, and you got home console motherfuckers that want it, and it's got all the Nintendo shit on it. I'm telling you right now, it's going to pass Xbox. It's probably going to catch up to PS4 and then pass PS4 in the long run. That is what I believe.
Well, this has been a great war zone. I'm not buying the PS4 one. The Xbox, it'd be hard, but it's possible, very possible.
Mm-hmm.
If it's gonna happen, it'll happen to the Xbox. It ain't gonna happen to the PlayStation. That's my final say on it.
Okay,
And,
we'll see.
we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
That was a good discussion. That's
yes,
dope.
it was. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
All right, that's it. Thank you for coming on, Hiphopgamer.
Always, bro. You already know what it is, man. And also just want to tell everybody, please check out my shows on Hot 97 and also follow the stuff that I do on Logitech, please. I have a lot of other things coming and happening, so I just want to thank y'all for all the support ever since 2008. Like, Torrence, once again, my brother, I love you, man. Thank you for everything you've ever done for me and showed me, bro. When
You're
I
welcome.
when I tell you that these things is playing off, dude, we gotta talk, cause you won't even believe the things that's about to happen, bro. So I just want to thank you so much, man, for believing in me. And let's just say, like, all barriers broken.
Good.
For real.
Good.
This is
Capitalize, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
I don't have a new job. I don't have a job. Like, I'm not sure what QL is talking about.
I think QL got a new job.
Oh, congratulations, man! You got
Congratulations,
a new job.
QL.
Man.
He's working at the Microsoft Service Center, taking calls. So yeah.
But sincerely, I really, I love when we have our debates and talk and go at one another. But I tell you seriously, from the bottom of my heart, on some real G shit, I'm so blessed and so thankful and so humbled by every single individual. I do not care. Thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all. I really do.
Thank you, man. And we'll see you soon.
All right, bro. I'm out of here. I'm gonna talk to y'all.
Peace. Oh, one more thing.
What's up?
Get good.
Oh my God.